Yo, DJ, pull that up.
Happy HNE Friday, high noon. Oh yeah, Kate, I think yours got a little shook up when I threw it to you.
It did. That's okay.
We got ourselves the classic crew. Kate, Titus, Francis. KB was sitting in here and then left right at 1. But before we get into anything, our presenting sponsor today, if we look in the corner to Titus's right, everybody's right except for Kate. Roback. We love Roback. Best fit, best feel, the quality, the comfort, the material, colors. Everything's just top notch. Fresh off a restock of the most comfortable performance joggers on this planet. You're not going to want to miss out. They're functional, versatile, comfortable. These joggers check off every single box. Roback Performance hoodies are quite possibly the softest hoodies we own, without a doubt. Paired with the performance joggers, we don't think it's possible to have a more comfortable combo. Roback's subtle dog logo and two-stripe ridge keeps popping up everywhere we go. We always make sure to give a little nod. Do you nod up or down, Francis?
Depends.
I nod up to strangers, down to friends.
I do the opposite, I think.
I do the opposite as well.
All right. So anyways, use code YAK. Ganged up on.
Yeah.
YAK, Y-A-K, at roback.com for 20% off your first purchase through the end of this week. That's spelled R-H-O-B-A-C-K. 20% off performance hoodies, joggers, polos with code YAK, Y-A-K. Get ready to spring. Get ready for the spring with Roback. What's up, guys?
Hell yeah.
Good ad read.
Friday.
Thanks,
Great ad reading.
I used to be really bad.
This is the A team, I would say. The Yak A team. This is
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the four of us.
That's why, yeah. Why we're all on the logo.
Mm-hmm.
That's whenever I'm on a rundown, I'm like, uh-oh, they were slim pickings today.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
But not here. Here.
Every time I'm asked to do something, I ask who dropped out.
Yeah. Me too.
I have a question.
Self-esteem.
Can I start? I guess we need stuff to talk about, right? And
All
I feel
kinds
like
of
this
things.
is very topical. And I think I saw Kate tweeting about this last night.
Yeah.
And it's a huge blind spot for me. What is this murder trial or something? Or like,
Oh, yeah.
I literally know nothing about this, and I just saw people talking about it. And
Why don't you stick to basketball?
yeah, I'm too busy focused on the important things, which are 19-year-olds playing each other in basketball. Those are the things that.
So Kyle's like our murder guy.
Yeah.
Like why
Joke.
what's going on?
Can you give in like a 30-second?
I watched
Whole
the,
entire
I watched the whole
rundown.
documentary.
Very
Did you watch the documentary?
Yeah, it's a very small town in South Carolina. There's one prominent family. They own a law firm, like the richest people in town, the powerful people. The dad killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, you can't do
Yeah.
that.
But the,
Hold on a
the
second.
son.
That's a very.
Yeah.
You I wish I could.
I think it's more interesting than
But
that.
yeah, like why?
Yeah,
why
I
was
always
it story?
speed run stories.
Well, wait.
Son,
podcast.
the family the kids would always get out of trouble. They would do something that would get anybody
Like
else.
kill a
Wait a
girl
second.
on a boat.
Talking murder, I was like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want me to try to give you an actual like line by line breakdown as fast as I can and be out of
Yeah.
character
Yeah,
for
like
myself?
I just want to know what makes this more interesting.
So
than
KB's
everything.
right. Well, first of all, what's interesting is that this family, that's what they were. They were lawyers, generations of lawyers. His father, his father, his father, to the degree that they had all of the power in the town. I didn't know this could still exist today, but they had a law firm where the police were afraid of them. Nobody would touch them.
Real
like a
old timey
cartel.
Southern good old boy.
It
Yeah.
feels like something that you didn't think still existed.
Well, that absolutely exists. To lesser degrees all across America. I would say even
Oh,
like
yeah.
Wheeling has some people who
Yeah, you
wouldn't
can't.
get in trouble.
Yeah, there are some people that just can't get in trouble.
but it's
But to not to this degree.
when these
Or, yeah,
crimes
or
when
maybe-
these crimes would happen, people would be dying. The police would be like, did you see who that was behind the wheel? We can't touch them. They were afraid.
For example, like the only gay kid in town was found dead in the middle of the road, and nothing came of it. No one was around.
He was probably killed
Yeah.
by one of the
the
sons.
son, the living son, Buster, apparently was fucking him. and probably killed her.
And then the housekeeper that they had fell down the stairs, and everyone's like, "Wow, that's just they have a bad run of luck around them."
Yeah, but
And
like,
he was, and the
they-
dad took all her insurance money that the kids were supposed to get, and was like, "Don't worry, kids, I'll invest it for you and give
the
it to
dad
you."
of
Yeah.
the owner of the house took the insurance money from the maid. He took out the policy and then
Yeah.
said
By
he paid
suing
off.
himself.
Yeah,
Right.
Which is-
we're doing a really poor job.
Yeah, it starts off with this kid is in a boat.
I got the
Crash.
gist of it, I guess. So
You're just
like
bad.
I get the guy went down though, so that's why everyone was talking about it. Like
Yeah, he went down
finally
yesterday.
they
They
finally arrested
finally,
him, or
they finally
convicted him.
stuck him with something.
Because he
Okay.
killed his wife and son.
He killed his wife and son.
What the fuck?
Very
Yeah,
same
that's the
son-
main point, I guess.
Very same son who had driven a speedboat into a bridge and killed
A
one of
19-year-old
the
girl.
girls on the
Holy
boat.
shit!
Yeah, well, they spent like the first hour of the program just really making this youngest son the most unlikable person in the world. And they're
Yeah.
like,
What-
oh yeah, he
what
just
was
got
the-
killed.
what was
Episode
the-
3, you pity him.
What was it on Netflix or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Netflix.
what. Okay.
it's like
This
4
is-
episode.
This is my question.
All right.
So Netflix released this 3-episode documentary on the eve of the trial reaching its verdict. How
Yeah.
how is that ethical?
I don't think it is.
I mean, Etsy has a whole shop
Yeah.
going right now of Murdaugh murder merch. You can, it's going like hotcakes, and it's the Reba lyrics. What is it? Never trust a Southern lawyer. It's like something like that, and it's like those lyrics with his face, and they're selling. All these women on TikTok who have been covering the crime like crazy. They're all wearing his like Murdaugh merch.
Yeah, it's not ethical, and it
it's crazy.
shouldn't be legal.
Don't you see what I mean? Like historically, obviously,
You
judges
stood
make
your ground by
sure-
not watching.
That's right. Judges tell jurors there's been a lot of publicity about this case. If you see anything, you gotta put up your, hands over your ears and not listen. Don't let any of that factor in, right?
Yeah.
But it's impossible to quarantine a jury when there is this much media coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I guess I literally didn't know a single thing about it until last night. I saw people talking about it, so I don't know. Maybe
You're a hoop head.
It's one thing for there to be
Maybe
tons of
that's-
headlines and news coverage about the trial and the case and all of that. Obviously, that's unavoidable. But for Netflix to release a 3-part docuseries, which clearly had a slant, right? Those documentary filmmakers had pretty much made up their mind what they wanted to portray.
Makes you hate them,
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
should.
Yeah.
But like,
on the eve, wouldn't it have benefited the documentary even for them to wait until there was a final verdict in the trial?
I think they
Say
love
this
that.
is how it all ended
Wait,
up.
They love that last line of the documentary, though. Of
That's
the dad calling
Yeah,
the brother.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if the brother didn't kill that kid, then everyone thinks he did.
And they outed him as gay as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if in the OJ trial that, OJ, an American crime story thing had been released 2 days before they made their...
Did you see
Decision on
him on Twitter yesterday? He was like, "Here's my personal opinion on it. Not that I'm an expert or anything." And he gave his a 5-minute talk about his thoughts on the Murdaugh trial.
But even like separate of the Netflix, which I do agree with you, but like the Murdaugh thing like popped on TikTok like a year and a half ago.
Oh, it's
And
been
those
hot
are almost
forever.
honest to God. Some of those TikToks are better than documentaries.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. What do they do?
People that are too invested in like murderers weird me out. Like the Gabby Petito subreddit is like
Oh yeah.
they're jonesing for another one.
Yeah. It becomes like
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
You're like almost. It's almost like a sports type thing where you're like cheering for. You're on it. You found like a team you're on, and you're trying to like cheer for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it to you to make that analogy.
I'm a big sports guy, Nick. This is Barstool
Fit in
Sports,
well in
right?
Chicago.
I mean, to be fair, he would have known about the murder if ESPN had posted like an Instagram.
It's true.
Yeah.
Right.
It is true. If
Murdaugh.
Joe Lenardi cut in to say breaking news, the Murdoch family, is that it?
I'll never forget
They have
where I
moved
was.
into my
Pronounced
first 4
Murdoch.
out.
First 4 out. Yeah.
I would be very tuned into this, but all right. I feel like I know enough now.
You know enough.
That
Donnie, did you watch it? I did. I think your mic's off.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
I did see it, and I know Buster, who's the only member of the family who's not either in jail for life or dead. He lives in Hilton Head, South Carolina, with his girlfriend.
Nice
Yes.
area.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Oh.
apparently. But hey, a lot of gay guys do.
Well,
Oh, I guess so.
what does he
I
do?
think it's
What
more
is he
common.
doing now?
I said on Anus yesterday, more gay
Going to
guys.
work?
More gay guys have fucked women than they have dunked a basketball.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah,
What's the point of that?
I think dunking a basketball
Well,
straighter
do
than
you
fucking
see
a woman.
the irony in that?
There was an openly
What have I missed on
gay
this?
guy in the NBA. Wasn't there?
Gay people
Yeah,
by
John-
definition shouldn't
John Amici.
probably shouldn't be fucking women.
I thought you were gonna say be able to dunk.
That too.
They should be able to because there is no like height difference.
I thought you were trying to say. I thought you were saying something weirdly homophobic.
You're like an East Palestine train when it comes to conversations.
With you two, I like to dig in.
Yeah,
I like to, I like
Really
to see
dig
what
in.
you meant.
yeah.
Yeah. Pat can jump higher than me for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That can definitely
You can
dunk.
dunk.
I think there's a lot of people that can jump higher than you, Donnie.
Yeah, I have 0 ups.
Oh, I can't jump. You
Light.
dunk, Titus?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I dunked like a year ago, and I do not feel like a young man.
Could you
these
dunk
days, so I don't.
Better than Brandon Walker.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, no question about that.
He
No
prides
question
himself
about
on that.
Yeah. Doesn't Brandon say he won a dunk contest
Yeah.
in high school or something?
Yeah, he said he won his high school dunk contest against, I forget who the guy was. He remembers his name.
Poke Banana, I think it was.
Coke Banana.
Yeah.
He was dunking for apples, probably.
When Kyle and I went to Lawrence, Kansas for a video, I swore that I would never return to Kansas. But then something happened to me last night. Around 9 o'clock last night, my phone vibrates. It's a text in a group chat, and I don't have any of the numbers saved. And it's a photo with a text. And TJ, pull it up, if you could. 4 people, and we can scroll down. It's a boy with a trophy. And scroll down a little bit more. Gage got his first cup stacking tournament. We just got home after a long night, so proud of all his hard work he put into this. His next competition is Wednesday at 7. If anybody would like to stop by, great job, Gage. The other text right below said, that's my nephew. And then I said, hell yes, Gage, with the trophy emoji.
Yes.
That's a
stacking.
Kansas area code I got it for. So I might be out Wednesday at 7. I need you guys to help me think of my next step here, because I'm going to send this number a text right now. It's like, hey, you added me to this group chat. This morning they sent a text, actually.
Is this the kid who becomes the guy who starts the cup snake at Wrigley?
He'll become that.
Like what is cup
Oh,
stacking?
you know what it is.
you've
You've
never seen
seen
that?
it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
they
yeah, it's
speed
impressive.
stack like a
Oh, yeah,
pyramid.
yeah,
of
yeah,
cups.
yeah,
Pyramid and then down.
Can
My
we
question-
see a video of like a champion speed cup stacker to get the idea?
They're pretty.
Vibs had us do it on Lowering the Bar
Impressive.
once.
It's impressive. They go
Yeah.
fast as fuck.
Well, good
Well,
job
it
for
appears like he
Kate.
won a big
won a
event
big-
because that's a nice trophy with a nice like Olympic style medal.
I feel like the cup stackers seem to be like spelling bee kids with good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
It's like the same sort of kid, but they can.
Wouldn't they just
a
like
lot of them are
play a
Asian.
sport if they had good hand-eye coordination?
Holy shit.
Look at that.
Holy shit.
Wow, that was nuts.
But what is this kid? Is he on tour? He's doing another one on
On
Wednesday.
Wednesday. But this was his first one, and he won.
Wow.
Meme idea. The Georgia football team is watching Nolan. What's his name? The dude that ran the 4-4 yesterday. You saw that video where the whole.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Georgia, the Georgia team was watching their teammate running the edge rusher on Georgia that just ran like a 4-4 at the combine.
You're in the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Again, I thought
It was
this
a 4.39,
Not
wasn't it?
tracking
not
on this
Barstool
at
Sports.
all.
Look, yeah.
2,
Okay.
240
This
pounds.
video where they're all losing their minds.
Oh, we got to throw the cup stacker over there.
Yes, and then it's the cup stacker.
Let's please
all
do
these
that.
guys are going nuts about a.
That would
Same time, yeah.
time lines up
It's the same, it's the
perfect.
Oh, I want friends like that.
You gotta run faster, Kate.
I know, I do. Yeah, that's the
You
problem.
have no friends like that.
No, they're trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does kid get paid? When
Gage?
there's- Yeah.
So
cash prize?
I need help.
Yeah, I like this kid.
Because the person
Yeah.
that sent the photo of Gage said, thanks for all the support. Sorry if you weren't meant to be in this. I'm not sure what's going on with my phone.
The phone's fault.
Yeah, it's you just
Wasn't
throw your hands
user
up
error.
and say,
Offer buy him a new phone.
I don't think it's Gage that was texting me. Probably Gage's mom.
Well, this reminds me of that Thanksgiving, the grandma who accidentally invited that guy to Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and he's been going now for 10 years.
So I'm going to get wrapped into going to an annual Kansas Cup stacking.
Right, for the next decade or so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do I respond?
Yes, I
Yes.
think you
Yes.
should.
Would you guys
Yeah.
come with me?
No.
Okay.
Is that like, is it
Why?
weird to say I'm fully invested now? I'm rooting him on, or
Just be like,
I don't
hey,
know.
I don't know what to say.
Do you think it's someone who does know who you are?
I don't.
Is it just a random West Virginia number they had?
Must be.
Okay.
Huh.
Huh.
I got a random text recently, and I should have played along with it. I didn't. The first text was all in Chinese, and then so I had it translated, and it said, it said like, can you come to our house and cook next week? And I was like, sure. And then they're like, my name is Avery. I'm having a party, and I want you to be the chef. And it was asking me what types of French food I could cook. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't cook French food. And then they're like, what? You're not Jenny? And I said no, but like I'd be more than willing to come over and cook like
Yeah.
crab rangoons of the
Yeah,
sort.
do it.
And yeah, they said
You
they-
walking in the door would have been so funny.
I should have just played
Yeah.
along. And
Hi,
showed
how
up
are
and
ya?
actually
Yeah.
Time for some French.
Yeah.
Somebody
entire French meal.
who has my phone number keeps on just making me OBGYN appointments. I get like 8 texts a day. That like my
That's probably why I can't get one.
yeah.
They're all booked up by you.
I keep on getting smeared
Dang.
left and right.
I do, but do you think that since like your number did get out, do you think that this is a psyop?
This one doesn't feel like it. Just the way that they're
Yeah,
typing
the-
like
Yeah.
older people.
Yeah. Okay.
And that trophy, you looked at it close, and it was like the real.
And you know the other people didn't care in the group chat. Only one responded.
2 responded, said congrats, and then
Well, if he's doing them like
Oh.
on Wednesdays every week, it's like it's
the
an
premiere.
overkill.
Is it possible that everybody was the wrong number? And
no, because somebody said that's my nephew.
oh yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
I mean, that's pretty funny though.
But yeah, maybe
I should have said that.
Dang.
Just states a fact. Yeah. I would like to see cups. I would like cup stacking more. As if each place they went on these tours or wherever they do, they don't just stack cups. I want to see them stack things. I wanted them to be good at stacking things in general of all varieties.
Like they get a mystery box. And,
yeah, that's
in
like,
30
local to
seconds.
the local to the where they're at.
Oh.
That would be fun because
what?
like they're super good at stacking these cups, and they do it in such a flash that it's almost like after you see a few, it's like okay, everyone's just so fast at this. Like I want to see
Yeah.
them stack, like Nalgene water
Rocks.
bottles in Colorado,
Mhm.
Okay.
something like that, or like beer bottles, like things that are
Yeah.
difficult. That would be fun for me.
I'm responding.
I don't think they'd mind if you showed up.
This could be the start of something beautiful. Isn't there like a famous internet story that
It's the Thanksgiving
the
dinner.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
That's fun.
The
Due for
It's
another.
the black boy with the 2 older. I think the
guy died.
couple, the guy died. He still went back. It's a,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah. This feels like this, except you're going to cup stacking tournaments and you're just following Gabe on his cup stacking.
Where in Kansas is it? Do you know?
Not a clue.
Kansas, man. I spent too much time in Kansas.
Why?
Hockey?
Hockey, yeah. When I played junior hockey in Texas, we played against a team in our conference called the Topeka Roadrunners.
Mm.
And Topeka is there's just not much going on. I'm not going to shit on it, but it's just there's so many places in that like middle stretch of Tornado Alley that is just it's a bizarre
I was stuck in
place
Missouri for a
of the
while, the
world.
middle of Missouri, and it's nothing doing.
the
All over the world out there.
The spaces between the towns are shocking.
The space between.
The space between
Dave
these towns.
Matthews.
It's because I got a chew in, son.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, we stayed at this Holiday Inn. Every time we went there, that was next door to a strip club.
Nothing chilling at the Holiday
And
Inn.
who you with? I love that jam.
Mm.
It's a good one. Yeah,
you ever
no.
see a tornado?
I've seen a couple like spiral, never touch ground. But my billet fam, Kyle.
Kyle, ow! Ow!
That was,
How did that happen?
How did it spill that
It
much?
shot straight up in the air.
It's bubbly.
those things are bubbly, yeah.
Very bubbly. Love a good bubble.
But yeah, my billet family had everyone in the area that I lived in Texas had a tornado shelter. Every single person had a tornado shelter. And we used to pass the time by playing either frisbee golf or just shooting random things with a BB gun. Or playing Skyrim.
Is everybody here? West Virginia gets tornadoes. You guys are from West Virginia.
No, we don't.
No.
We're too
Mountains.
Nobody in this room is familiar with like living in a place. with
I would be
tornadoes?
horrified. I think I'm the most scared.
Really?
They're too random.
Love one.
Denver
in-
kind of gets them, but like I've never really experienced.
Huh.
I was in
Almost
Redstone Arsenal
Denver.
in Alabama for training in 2010 when they had that outbreak of like 400 tornadoes. And there was just it was like tornado, and we had to go to the shelter of our hotel. And in the morning, like everything was just destroyed. Our course got canceled because all of our instructors' homes got destroyed. And when we flew out afterwards, it was like looking down like a giant steamroller had just rolled. You could see the paths of all the different tornadoes had just but it was crazy. You could like lean completely forward into the wind until they yelled at us. But brought a bunch of Yinglings down in the basement and just boozed it up down there. But you could hear them. It was crazy. They were like, it was crazy. But
Wow.
Man, that's scary as fuck.
yeah, it was. It was nutty.
Yeah, I grew up in the Midwest in Indiana, and that was just like every Midwestern man I know. You hear a tornado warning, and instead of like going to shelter, you go out and on your front porch and you watch it come in. And then like when it gets like kind of close, you're like, yeah, I should probably go to the basement. And that's when so like people from the Midwest are. I don't
So
know.
I feel
like,
when
but
your wife
tornadoes,
starts yelling at you enough,
yeah,
that's when you
tornadoes
go.
will fuck it. Like they'll fuck up town. Like obviously.
So when you were in Indiana,
but-
did any homes get destroyed?
It never. I don't remember like an instance where like our town got flattened or anything like that. But there were definitely.
You probably remember that.
I would remember that one. There were definitely like stories of like towns like like a couple hundred miles away that like tornadoes are just a thing. But like for whatever reason you just get so used to I don't know. It's fascinating because like tornadoes. Yeah, if you told me a tornado was coming right now, I would probably go walk outside. I would not.
And
I
check.
would not, yeah, I would try to like see it.
Earthquakes would fuck me up too.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word, but like just knowing that you can't escape it where you go. You just
Yeah.
feel it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Earthquakes, fuck yeah, living
Oh,
in
yeah,
LA.
you were in LA,
In
yeah.
LA, earthquakes,
Oh.
I have not gotten used to them.
Getting it
and,
all.
and everyone just kind of goes about their day like it's not a big deal. And yeah, I don't know. What does New York have? What's like the thing that like
Hurricane Sandy.
9/11s.
Right,
Yeah.
9/11s.
Most per capita.
True.
Mhm.
Little hurricane.
Where do you think the biggest tornado in history was?
Now I've read China has 10 of maybe 8 of the 10 most horrific natural disasters.
Tornadoes are it might be stupid, specific to the U.S.
No, I thought that, and I said it
No.
once, and I got fact checked, and
That's
it ruined my night.
hurricanes.
But
Oh.
where are tornadoes happening?
It's not true.
Other flat
They're
anywhere that's flat.
Mostly in the
Bangladesh.
U.S. Mostly in the U.S.
Bangladesh is
Hurricanes aren't specific.
Bangladesh.
Oh,
is-
Bangladesh.
Hurricanes are
Where-
called typhoons or
Typhoons,
cyclones in other
yeah.
countries.
So they still
Bangladesh was the
exist.
largest
Oh.
of all time. It
Typhoons
killed,
and
like,
hurricanes are the same
2,000
thing?
people.
Yep, and cyclones.
Yeah, Bangladesh had the worst. What would you say, tornado?
Yeah.
They also, I think, Bangladesh, that like border of India, Bangladesh, also had the the worst hurricane typhoon of all time as well. They get their asses fucked.
The armpit of India.
Yeah. Bad,
Oh,
it's
man.
bad bounce.
They get their ass.
I'll bite your tongue.
Literally the armpit. I'm not saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it's gross. It's just like it's
looks-
up there in the armpit region.
Yeah. Yeah, like Florida. Florida looks like the panhandle looks like
Yeah.
Florida panhandle looks like an armpit.
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
Right, right.
Did you write them back?
I did.
What'd you say?
Hello. I was in a text.
Sorry. I
Damn, I'm good today.
I'm delighted by everything he does. I am. It's true. Okay.
Hello. I was in a text message chain for Gage's big cup stacking win. I don't think I know you, but I work for a sports media company called Barstool Sports, and would love to come check out check out and get some camera's eyes on one of the tourneys. That's it.
Nice. Very
it's
nice.
great.
That'd be really cool.
That would
Yeah,
be.
that'd be sweet.
We'll send the storm chasers there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You could kill. I mean, if it's in Kansas, you might be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone because spring is coming up, which is hurricane season, or tornado
Tornado
season.
Tornado season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody can't, Francis, if you want to come interview a cup stacking kid.
Oh yeah, that's your thing.
Oh.
Okay.
do you have like, more kids in your under your belt, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
You have them.
Under my belt, inside my pants.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna go. I think see some kids in the Dakotas.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa. What?
I'm
In South Dakota?
scared to ask.
Francis does like a
Party kids.
one-on-one interview show with children where he did one with Brandon's son that kicked it all off. It was phenomenal.
Like kids say the darndest things. Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm familiar.
But in a professional interview.
You're this
But
generation.
instead
Bill
of
Cosby.
instead
I've said
of
that shit, yeah.
banging their moms without consent,
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm banging the kids.
I was waiting for the
Brought
twist.
that home,
I was-
baby.
I was waiting for the twist.
Move it home. I feel delirious today. What a weird week this has been.
For you, yeah.
No, not. I don't know. It's just I feel like we've had weird days off for some reason, but we
Everything
haven't.
you do becomes a thing.
I kick the hornet's nest.
Yeah, I guess.
Find them in my path and I punt them.
Do you feel out of place working here, Francis? Like
No.
just in general. I don't mean like that's not a do you like working here. It's like do you because in the short time that I've worked here, as I observe everybody and how they kind of interact in the office, it almost feels like you're like Jane Goodall, like studying like a species of ape as you're like walking around the office. As I watch Francis watch everyone else,
Did she get murdered?
by one of the-
Was it her? Or I went and
No,
saw those
she did-
gorillas. There's 2 women that were conservationists
Oh,
that went and
fuck.
lived with the
Jane
gorillas.
Goodall was not murdered.
She was
There was another one, Gorillas in the Mist, right?
Wasn't
was-
that Jane Goodall?
Wait,
there was Grizzly Man where the
No,
guy
no. One of them, there were 2. They both
Yeah.
went. They were in Rwanda. They were in the Volcanoes National
Huh.
Park.
I've never been there.
One of them went and lived with the gorillas to protect them, and the poachers killed her.
oh, okay.
the
so
poachers.
it's not the gorillas.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't. That wouldn't. If a chimpanzee or an ape murders you, that's not considered a murder, right? What is that considered?
Mm.
Maiming?
Yeah, I'd say a little maybe.
A maiming?
Isn't there a country that's trying to give orangutans rights because they're so close to like being human?
People.
Yeah.
I know New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand made a duck a lieutenant or something.
Probably did.
I love that when a town has a cat for a mayor.
Yeah.
I love that kind of thing.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking about getting a cat. I like
You
cats.
should. I love my cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you get a cat?
ASPCA, Upper West Side.
Yeah.
I can't get over the hump of having a box of shit in my apartment.
That's my
I-
rub too.
I just bought a
Yeah.
litter, like a electronic litter box that looks like a space helmet.
I've
don't-
seen that.
you don't have a
You don't
cat.
have.
I know that now I'm gonna need to get one.
Interesting order of operations.
You got like the big round one.
I've
that, like,
been talking about it for a while, so now this will like make me get it.
So can you explain to me what you like about cats, Kate, as someone who loves cats?
It depends on the kind of cat you get, I guess. But my guy is just like a little shadow. He's always on the couch. I always have somebody next to me who's nice and toasty.
Oh, he likes to.
Oh.
He
He's
likes
like
to
a
be
big.
with you.
He is like, yeah, he's always next to me.
He's
And I
not
have my son.
standoffish?
He was like always next to him, keeping him toasty. Like I
Oh.
don't know, he's just a good dude.
does he have one
nice.
eyeball?
That's
No, he's kind of cross-eyed.
Okay,
He's
that's
got
what it is.
Oh, that
eye
rules.
issues. Yeah, he can never follow the laser pointers with toys.
We sees 2 of them probably.
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice. Most of the time, when people try to explain what they like about cats more than dogs, it just seems they're like, I don't have to ever do anything with the cat. I don't know where it is half the time. It's great. It's a great partnership. It involves no work. And then I hear that and I think, well, why do you have this thing if it's like, you know, if it hates you and it just spends all its time in the other room and. You know, I don't know, but a cat sitting on the couch with you would be nice.
It's
yeah.
a hoot. He keeps me on my toes
Yeah.
too. Every time he hides under the kitchen table, and every time I walk by, he runs out and like doo 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 gets my ankles, and he runs back under. It keeps you like alert.
I think
I like
It's
when they're
very
English.
exciting.
they're cute animals or
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
They are. I'm
Um,
kind of with you on that. They're very pretty.
Every time I come home from work, he barrel rolls on the floor at my feet like a dog. Like he's pumped that I'm home.
I don't want hair on all my shit. They flaunt their buttholes, and you have a box of
They
shit.
do,
in your house.
that's
I
true.
can't-
you can't make that argument and then be pro dog.
Why
because
not?
They're 10 times grosser, 10 times more inconvenient, and 10 times harder to deal with.
You train the dog not to shit in the house.
I don't have to train a cat.
The cat has to shit in the house.
You don't have to do anything.
But can you have a relationship
the litter
with a
box.
cat?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's a bit no.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but that's what I like.
guy.
There's no like intense emotional connection.
Yeah.
You're very obviously a cat guy.
So
You
So
your interests align.
I guess my question is like, why not just like get like a membership to the local zoo and just go like observe the tigers or something?
I don't want to go to a zoo. It's nice to have in your own house. It'll come, sit in your lap every
Right.
once in a while, cuddle with you when you're about to sleep.
Okay.
Are you going to buy it catnip?
What is that? No.
It's
I don't
essentially drugs for
Yeah,
cats.
no, I don't need that.
They get like really hyped up on that stuff. I think they're like, one of few types of animals that like just enjoy recreational drugs, and we encourage it.
I have a
Free
question.
Catnip.
I have a question for
Catnip.
Kyle. Speaking of cats, as compared to when Big Cat's here, how is this going? He hates it when
Is this no?
Yeah,
no, because I know it's stemming from reality.
How's it going?
It's constantly going through your head. How is this? This
How's
is
it
going
going right
poorly.
now?
What should I do to fix this?
What, 1 to 10? Big Cat. Big Cat's 10.
We do the show every day.
Yeah, but he's usually
We've done thousands of we've done hundreds without him.
Uh-huh.
Where we're talking, and we don't think about this is good or bad
Sure?
comparatively.
You're
No.
not thinking about that?
No.
Mm. Even when I'm listening to the yak, I'm thinking about it.
You asked
well.
that on the Mean Girl podcast. You were like, "How is this going?" And they're like,
Did I ask them that?
Yeah,
I did.
yes."
Also did on anus.
Well, I didn't think
Several times.
it was going well on the Mean Girl pod, but on anus I thought it was going great.
It was. It did go good. It was funny.
Well received episode.
It was funny. I like when cats just like use their paws and they like
Yeah. Making
Like,
dough.
they like reach out and they like kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, I like dogs too. It's just more so in New York, with my current lifestyle, it just makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like they're just much more low maintenance. It's interesting that there's a whole breed of domesticated animal that is totally okay with being inside the entirety of their life. I know that there's outdoor cats.
Cats
Yeah.
will run away the first chance they get.
Yeah.
Mine got onto my patio. It's like 3 really tall stories up because then there's store. So I guess it's like a 4th story apartment. And he got out onto our patio and there's like a railing, and he went on the other side of the railing where there's only like a centimeter of shit. And I was like, oh my God, he's about to there was nowhere for him to go but to jump to his death.
Yeah.
And I was on my hands and knees with like wet cat food crawling. And because how do you explain that on social media? I can't be like, well, he jumped off my patio and died. So I was like, you better get the fuck back in here. And it took me like an hour.
He was just on that
Get him
ledge for
just
an hour.
on the ledge. He was going like weaving in and out between the two things. And I was like, oh my God, like, am I about to watch him like leap to his death? But he came back.
I think
They
that's-
came
stayed
back. It was
kittens
very
forever.
stressful.
It would be my favorite animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know. I like the fully grown. The thing I do like about cats too is I don't think I've ever seen a cat self-conscious.
Well,
Huh. What do you mean?
I don't think
he's
I've
fucking right.
I don't think I've ever seen a cat be self-conscious.
He hasn't discovered Big Cat's bread.
What have you seen be self-conscious?
I've seen dogs be self-conscious or damaged emotionally.
Like
and,
when you look
My
at him
dog-
when they're pooping.
Yeah, when my dog's pooping, he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
like they look
Oh.
100% confident in everything that they do, even if it's nothing, which is 90% of the time. But they seem like wherever they are, they're like, yeah, this rules.
You want us to pick you out a cat right now? Should we look at some sites?
No.
Okay.
No.
Maine Coons are
Yeah, I can't let
beautiful.
you guys do
No, dude. They have big, long
that.
faces.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like
I want to
those.
I'd get a dwarf cat if I could.
What are
If I could get a
those?
cat. They have like the legs that are this long.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like Lil Bub. Rest in peace.
Lil Bub. I don't know Lil Bub, but
Oh,
he's
he was a
dead.
viral little cat. Yeah.
Is anybody a weird pet guy in the office?
My
Yeah.
first pet was a chinchilla.
Billy football.
Billy
Billy
Football,
Football has
yeah,
As an
lizard.
albino
lizards.
hedgehog.
Yeah.
RTD is he's a
RDT
snake
has
guy.
Snakes.
I think that my family would be considered a weird pet. I had a lizard, my brother had a lizard, and then my brother also had a parrot that we housed for a while. The parrot is now famous on TikTok.
You guys got rid
Parrots
of the
live
parrot.
forever, right? Like, don't
Yeah.
they live to
Super
be, like,
long. They live like 60 years.
It's crazy.
You got rid of
Whoa.
the parrot, and now it's famous on TikTok.
Yes.
What do you mean? From
You didn't unleash its full potential.
who?
didn't have a
You.
chance.
Someone else adopted it.
Yeah, so one funny story is my brother and his girlfriend at the time got the parrot. His name's Paco. And he's a South American parrot, beautiful bird. He's huge. He's like this fucking big.
Colors.
Green, orange, all the whole nine. Says a ton of words, everything. He was really interesting. Utterly terrifying, and it takes a long time for them to warm up to you. And if that thing bites, it could inflict like some pretty good damage. So like it takes a long time for them to warm up to you with it. But once you get it, you can like pet its head. It's amazing. But my brother had it with his girlfriend, and then they broke up. She kept the parrot. She got a new boyfriend, and then it picks up new words in whatever environments it's in. So it started saying the new boyfriend's name. Then they live for so long that a lot of times they transfer owners over the course of their life. She then was like, okay, I can't take care of it. My brother took it back. And my brother's a field biologist, so he loves birds. He studies birds for a living.
Did he have to hear, like, was the new boyfriend, like, making her moan louder and the parrot was
I was
just
going
in
to
her
make that
house, just
same
like,
joke.
No, so that's
Wow,
why.
your cock is so much bigger.
Then he took the parrot back, and it just kept saying the new boyfriend's name.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It was unbelievable.
yeah.
What was his name?
I don't remember. But then my brother had to go to Saipan, so he couldn't take the bird with him.
Of course, yeah.
And
Saipan.
we took the bird, and we took Paco. And it's cool because they have like tier systems of their phrases. They have like base layer, what they say all the time. Like you answer the phone, he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And then like the door, someone comes in the door, rings the doorbell, he says, "Knock, knock." And then like based on his mood, he has like more rare phrasings and sayings. And he also had this bell that he was like very territorial and sexually attracted to. It was like the Precious. It was like he was like Gollum. And so we would only give him the bell every once in a while. But when he had the bell, he was a fucking problem. Like, and he would say all these new phrases. Like only one time I heard him say this. He had his bell, and my sister's cat walked by, and he just goes, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty." And all of us were just like, what the fuck? Because a lot of the time what they say is just like random things that they hear. But that one like showed like consciousness, which was bizarre. And you can't prove that it knows that. It
You
should
got rid of it.
Yeah, and then we shot it with a shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the parrot at the softball game?
What's the parrot at the
Yes.
softball game?
Oh, I saw that.
It just like landed on the ump.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That seems like that has to be like a trained parrot if it's just gonna
They almost landed on the foul screen.
watch it. Eventually, just
gorgeous
perches on the umpire.
birds.
That is such a nice looking
It is
spell.
awesome.
They're
And the
so
game has
gorgeous.
become a
I like
total
birds.
sideshow to
I
everyone
love them.
watching these.
Imagine
These are
that getting
wild
hit by a
parrots?
baseball.
Is this wild?
What? See?
There's a couple of them.
Wait. Boom.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh,
One just landed.
Yeah,
on
like,
the
I-
umpires. The
See,
home plate
that's a
umpire,
lifetime.
Chad
That's such a
Steers.
cool
Is this
matches
part of the
his shirt,
show?
dude. He
Is
just is like,
this-
yeah, let's
Oh,
run
what-
it.
What is happening right now?
That's so dope.
If it was a wild parrot, would it just land on a human like
Chad
that?
Steers is the home plate umpire. That bird looks
I feel like I'd be
extremely
freaking out.
comfortable on his left
It's
shoulder.
like a Pirates game.
There's a second bird. The second bird is about to hit the ump.
Members of the UCF grounds
Mr.
crew
President.
have come out. One of
How-
them
how-
calmly removed.
Yeah,
the
how
parrot.
this is wild to
Much
me
more
that these
calmly
people
than
are
I
like so
would've done.
calmly, like it lands on his shoulder and he's like, "I've been here before. I know how to do it." And then the guy just walks and takes the
Florida.
parrot off.
Yeah.
It's
You
just-
can't
it's just Florida
show. You can't be too like squirmy. Like when they start warming up to you, you don't want to like
shit.
freak.
But how would that guy know it? Like if that happened to me, I
Yeah,
would, I don't have any.
It would
idea
react
of what-
in some way.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't know what
just-
parrot protocol is. I'd just be like, "What the fuck is a bird on my shoulder?" And this guy just kind of. Are they that common? And
Are they that common? I
is
would.
that like a thing? That,
Florida?
Yeah.
that a parrot will just fly on your shoulder and
I don't think.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
that was wild, wasn't it? I mean, like the guy. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't
You ever
know.
go into one of those rooms where you like pay $5 for the bird seat and you get covered and then all the birds
Oh,
are all over you?
I love it.
Oh no, I love birds so
There's
much.
a room for that.
There's
What?
everywhere, like almost.
You have like little cups of nectar, and all
Yeah.
these birds just land on you like Snow White.
Yeah.
There was a video store in our hometown, and there was a parrot in the video store that would guard the adult section. So if you like tried to go to the adult section, it was by it was
Which one was that?
Elm Grove Family Video.
No one was going there.
I was. It would like
Yeah.
it would like yell and scream if like a kid got close to the adult section.
Or it'd scream out whatever category you're browsing if
Yeah.
you got in.
Yeah.
This is going better.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This has gotten better. I'll tell you, parrots, man, are a fun,
I thought the parrot was just calling me mature.
are good birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were at the dog park today, and the dog park I've learned is a very, it's a place where you can see people acting their worst. A lot of people are pretty high strung at the dog park.
I don't like being at
Oh,
dog
try
parks.
going to a playground.
I find them very awkward.
It's not dissimilar. I would.
No,
think.
it's not. It's probably very similar.
And we had our puppy was playing with a dog, and then a bigger dog tried to join them and started kind of not. Our puppy was playing with a corgi, and our puppy's little. You know, she's 30 pounds, 25 pounds, and the bigger dog joined in and started knocking him over and biting him and playing too rough. So me and the owner of the corgi kind of went to just go grab our dogs and say, okay, let's, crank it back a little. And then the owner of the other dog said, you should just let them play. And I said, well, your dog is in a different weight class. Our dog can't really
Play back.
And they were like, well, she's not going to learn
Dog's gonna be soft.
how to defend herself. And I'm like, do you think I'm like a Michael Vick apprentice here?
CJ Shroud like that.
I was mad. I was mad that this woman was telling me to like let our dog get beaten up by her dog.
That is a
Yeah,
wild
Today.
ridiculous.
What did you did? And it just ended.
I took our dog and I walked away, but I wanted to put her on video and then make a funny video about
Yeah, we're putting this on the news.
it. Fucking ruin her life.
One of my pet peeves with people at dog parks, which is actually it's actually not a problem at all, and it's a me problem, because there are a lot of shitty dog owners, and there are a lot of things that like they let their dogs do that are problems, such as that. This is not that big of a deal, but it drives me fucking crazy. Is when dog owners try to talk to you through their dogs, where like their dog will come play with your dog, and they'll start talking to their dog, and they'll be like, "You're just so excited because you got your cone off, aren't you, buddy? Wow!" And I'm like, "It sounds like you want me to know that your dog got its cone off."
Yeah,
recently."
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're like talking to your
Oh,
dog as I'm
dude.
standing there, and you're like, you haven't had this much energy because you've been cooped up because Grandma and Grandpa came and visited, didn't they, for Christmas? And now you've been, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you talking to me or are you talking to your dog? That happens all the time. It drives me absolutely nuts. They don't mean anything by it, and they're probably decent people, but every time that happens to me, I do not engage, and I just like sit there as the person's talking to their dog, waiting for.
Yeah, I think
know?
they live
know what that is.
vicariously through their dog, and they have this need to be coddled. So they expect you to do it
Yeah,
to their dog through them.
I don't do it. I don't
Yeah.
engage. I just stare at them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I find dog parks to be remarkably awkward, and I really don't like going there because it's like a lot of people just standing around, and then the whole thing where like the dogs are playing, like Francis just talked about, and then you like don't know if it's gonna escalate, and then like that interaction's always super awkward.
Mm.
Everything about it makes me uncomfortable, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
hate
I'm
when
a
I'm
cat
on the
guy.
elevator with dogs. I don't know what to do. It's always looking at me. I'll say what's up to it,
Mhm.
and then the owner will just look at me, and I just the dog is so close I could pet it with ease. Sometimes it like is even up on my leg.
You don't want to?
I do, but you can't pet without the owner giving the okay.
You can ask for approval.
I don't like doing that.
I
Why
like
not?
I like putting the fist out, closed fist
Oh, yeah.
down.
Close fit, yeah.
Let them come to you if they want. I also in elevators, my building has a lot of dog owners. I usually just will try to guess the breed, but I usually try to do it like wildly wrong,
Oh yeah.
just to like see the people's reaction. Because luckily the interaction is going to be very short, so I can get out of there. So like there was a German Shepherd the other day. I was like, what is that? What kind of is that a wiener dog? What is that?
Yeah, you got to go Dalmatian.
Yeah, is that a wiener dog? Yeah, it lands for sure.
Today's episode also brought to you by Game Time.
Game time.
That's right, and Francis is
Ooh.
about to take over this ad.
The exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, guys. Exclusive. The only ticketing company Barstool Sports uses to buy tickets is what that means.
We'll go to a Rangers game.
Needed clarification. Created by fans for fans, the FUBU of ticketing.
Yep.
Game Time is a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports concerts and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. Guys, they cracked the code on how to score deals. Ticket deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible that with the Game Time app, the biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. I like it.
Do you like it a lot?
It's my choice of ticketing
What if
purposes.
I want to save $20 though?
Good luck.
Huh?
Unless you're using Game Time,
Oh, okay.
then you'll save at least that or more.
Nope. Just exactly.
Oh, you're right. Purchase process takes 2 steps. Sorry. Just 2 taps in 10 seconds, precisely. If you go at the right speed. Once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. You don't need a printer. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text. You can send a text and say, hey, everybody, look at these tickets I bought. So you can get into the game seamlessly.
The WView marketing department is loving our side-by-side of ads.
Skip the hassle
Flip this.
and enjoy the moment. Oh, this is why you said the $20 thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is in yellow. Download the Game Time app or go to the website. I'm assuming that's probably gametime.com. And enter your email and then redeem code YAK for $20 off your first purchase. Now, you guys got to know that some terms are going to apply.
Always terms.
We don't know exactly what those are, but they're in parentheses. So take a look.
They got good cup stacking tickets on Game Time.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And good. Yeah.
Whose cell phone number is this?
That's the old call-in number.
Oh, the old.
Chase still
call-in
puts it on there
Yeah.
for some reason.
That's not Game Time.
You guys all have played in the dozen. Some people have retired. Some people continuing to play. Did you guys hear what Brandon did?
Yes.
Is this true?
Oh,
Yes.
what do you do? I
Is
didn't
it-
hear this.
Let's do a judge of weird or not here.
I don't know this.
Dozen was filmed. It's filmed in like StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
And then edited and put out. But as we've all played, there's a few minutes before the game even's recording where you're yucking it up, talking shit, just, in yesterday's game, Big Cat noticed that there was a box in the StreamYard with the camera off and under the name of Alan. And then Big Cat was like, wait a second, like, who's in here watching? I just want to, and turn the camera on, and it's Brandon. Brandon watches all of the live matches, like, as they're being recorded under a fake name.
Psycho.
Camera off. Is that
Oh.
a psycho move?
He's a
That's
psycho.
a psycho move.
Yeah.
Psycho move.
Psycho move.
That makes him like flaunting his MVP jacket so much sadder because he
Yeah.
lives for this, which is good for him.
I think it's sad specifically because he has kids.
Yeah, he's got 4 kids.
Right.
He's got
I don't
a
think it
family
gives
at
him-
home, and he's.
It's not a distinct advantage.
Well, yeah, that's
No,
the.
it's not that. I think he just loves it. He loves the spectacle and loves being a part of it.
Did I get the big head? I've been
They gave you
noticing
the-
that, and I didn't want to call it out because I didn't know if this was technical difficulties or I. Or I'm
It's
getting
insulting. They're
I'm
saying
sitting in
you're.
the Brandon chair, so I get the.
I
Yeah,
think
there
the
it
big
is.
head.
It kind of.
Also, I have a massive fucking head. So, like, honestly,
I hate that.
I was
Like mine isn't that much smaller right now.
It makes you look like Brooks Koepka a little bit.
Oh wow.
I think it looks cool. Yeah, that's cool as fuck. I wish human beings actually looked like that.
DK mode on
Um,
GoldenEye.
Yes.
I think so. Brandon's defense was basically, I'm gaining no advantage. I like watching the dozen. So what's the harm in this? But that is exactly why I find it so psychotic. Is that like, why not just watch it when it airs? It makes
Psychotic that
zero
there-
sense to do
it's
that.
not. It's like a less streamlined version.
Well,
Yeah.
the fake name too.
And
That-
to-
Fake name, camera off.
that's weird.
That's
All
the-
of it is
that's,
psychotic.
that's weirdo.
Bizarre.
if you just want to like, then why not just say? Why doesn't Jeff just every time we go on the show just say, hey, Brandon wanted to watch and he can't watch later because he's going to be flying when it airs or something, so he wants to watch now. And then Brandon just on the chat and he's like, hey guys, good luck everybody, and I'll sit here and watch. That's still kind of weird, but at least like it's transparent. We know what's going on, and there's not.
Yeah, but
Brandon's
like,
just a psychopath.
even if he can't
He's a-
watch
he's
it
a
live,
psychopath.
he can still like even if he can't watch it when the episode premieres, it's still going to be
It's
on
true.
YouTube.
It's true. It's
Certainly
true.
is.
Find some time
You
to
can
watch
even
it.
like jump ahead. Like, okay, I know the answer. Like it's
yeah.
infinitely more convenient.
Does he?
I-
What's he doing this for?
Here's my.
That's the
I
question.
have one theory. One, it's just about power and control. And Brandon's just like
He does say it's his show.
it's his show, and he just like feels like he just needs to have his hand in everything. The other is he's doing this so if he gets used as a phone a friend, he's like Googling the answers he doesn't know, and he will get those.
That would be-
and that would
Yeah.
It's like what if none of us knew that Brandon was watching all the shows? If you called Brandon and he gets the phone a friend right, and then he's going to swing his dick around and be like, I never missed the phone a friend question.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so much smarter than everybody.
The
But I
fact-
think it's the first one. I think it's just power. I think he's just a
I don't-
psycho
The
that
fact that he
wants-
was sneaking is just
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the alias is the weird part.
Because if Jeff's letting him do it, it's obviously allowed.
There's something fishy going on there.
No, I think he just loves trivia.
Those two are in cahoots.
It's like a guy that like breaks into houses and just like sits there,
Sits on the couch?
Yeah, just sits on the couch, and then you're like, why would you do that? And it's like, because I just want to feel something, or
Yeah.
like I just want to feel like I have control over this.
You break into a house just to go look through the photo album.
Yes, that's Brandon. Yeah, that's how his brain works. Exactly
Alan?
like those people.
Why Alan?
Alan.
Yeah, who's Alan?
What is he defended himself?
I don't. He and Big Cat were going back and forth on Twitter.
No, he just said what he said. I get no advantage from this. What's the big deal? And I like watching the dozen. I don't get why this.
Yeah, I think that is it. I think he loves trivia. His ears perk up whenever someone even brings up a trivia question. He talks in like trivia.
I asked Brandon a question yesterday morning that had the entirety of the office gathered around, just taking shots at this trivia question. I think it was the worst year for movies. Can you guys name 6 of the top 10 grossing movies of 2003?
My God, 2001.
I think 6 of them, or maybe 7.
So is this
Or
the year that
sequels.
Crash won Best Picture?
You want me to? I can say the number 1 movie. I'll say the number 2 movie because it's the only kids movie on it.
Monsters Inc.
Finding Nemo.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
number
2003?
That's a bad year for
Oh my
movies.
God.
Finding Nemo was a monster.
That's number 1 on this list.
Is that the
Is it
year
number 1 on that list?
Geely? Is that the year Geely came out?
I don't know, but everything was a
2003
sequel,
movies.
and then 2 of them were sequels in the same franchise. Really weird year for movies.
Sequels in the same
TJ, I was on the
franchise.
Wikipedia.
Like Signs was.
No.
Signs is a great movie. Wait, how could you have 2 sequels come out the same year?
Yeah.
Is that around the year that Anchorman came out?
Number 1 was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
It's coming back in theaters.
Yeah, the whole 4-hour version.
You want to go together?
Why are you saying this was a bad year for movies? These are gigantic movies.
Yeah, that's 2 of how
What are
many?
they?
Yeah, I can't think of any 2003 movies, to be honest.
Me neither.
I don't think of them by like year.
When did the first Jackass come out?
I would
First
guess
Jackass
2000.
A little
Did
later.
that crack the
Later?
top
I
10?
think it was a
Mystic
little-
River.
No,
Those were
it's
good.
all sequels.
It's all sequels? I don't know.
Oof.
All right, we got Lord of the Rings.
And then Finding Nemo, Matrix Reloaded. Oh,
Those are, I mean, Matrix Reloaded was cool, but not good.
you
have
saw the
no
first word of
guess.
that one. That's good. That's the only the other original.
Oh, dude, that
Property.
one's gas, too.
Great movie.
Loved that movie. Big crush on Johnny Depp for a while.
Oh, dude.
Awesome.
Bad
Awesome.
movie.
Awesome.
Dude, that's a fun watch.
But what were like the top, like critically acclaimed?
Oh, I don't know.
movies?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was
Bruce Almighty is they heard that "What If God Was One of Us." That was in the movie too, right? But I feel like someone just heard that song and was like, "What if we just made a
What if we just made a
movie,
movie out of
off
this,
this
bro?"
song?"
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a cocaine
It was-
idea.
Last Samurai.
The Last
Never
Samurai.
saw that.
Yeah, this is The Matrix is the one that has
Two
Matrix.
Matrix sequels.
I didn't know.
I don't even know what X2 is.
It's the second X-Men movie.
Oh.
But it was
Supposed to be the best, I think.
yeah.
of all of them.
I
No, First Class was those when they started going.
Oh
back
yeah,
into
I meant
those
like
ones.
of
think
the
Logan was the
original
best
3.
of any.
Logan
yeah.
was really
Logan was
good.
tight. Right
Super
on a
tight.
log.
I fallen off the Marvel viewing after like that last Avengers, and they're posting, like Twitter's posting.
The one called Endgame, you mean?
Yeah,
The one where it's literally called "This is the end of the game."
Yeah.
It's in the title.
I felt like that was a
You can-
natural
You
stopping.
can
point
stop
a little
watching.
bit.
This is the end of the game. And
I haven't watched anything
Yeah.
since.
same.
But
same.
people are posting on Twitter now like how Marvel looks nowadays, and it looks like a B film.
Yeah, apparently it's because they are like just pumping out these like auxiliary shows at like a really high rate, and it's like a big issue with like the people that work in graphic effects, like just overworking them to the point where they don't even have time to make them high quality. You are correct. They look
Guy
like
with the big
ass.
head from the new Ant-Man that everybody's making fun of looks bad.
There's some
Then
scenes in
Benedict
She-Hulk.
Cumberbatch with his third eye as
The-
Doctor Strange now looked goofy.
There's some scenes in She-Hulk that will take your breath away.
I didn't even know. I honestly
That's the
don't-
lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh.
She-Hulk.
That
Like
when
it's
that
so
ad,
bad.
when the first preview for that ran, I thought it was a spoof. I thought it was a
I did too.
fake
Yeah.
commercial.
Is she like fighting villains, or is she just an attorney?
She's just on her period.
I've only seen the clips of it. I haven't watched it.
These A-list actors in their 40s have to hate doing these movies.
I don't know.
You
I
think
don't know,
they have fun with it?
Guaranteed
It's-
paycheck.
It's
and
the
then-
live golf.
And
of
besides the
movies.
money, that's
Yeah,
probably-
Yeah.
the behind the scenes shots that come out of Marvel movies are hysterical when it's like a kickball on a broomstick and they're like waving around and like the actors are like behind the
Yeah, having
Yeah.
just in these
Just
giant.
a lot of them
blue
do
rooms.
have, I think, issues with the green screen exclusive like shooting. Like I know Ian McKellen had an issue with that with The Hobbit.
I guess like the
That would be
Marvel
so
movies have gotten
weird.
so big that like they can't just do like small street crimes anymore. It has to be in space or.
Exactly. That was one of my problems with them too. I feel like the early Marvel movies were like there's this bad guy that wants to like steal $1 million or like kill this other guy or something.
Yeah.
Steal $1 million.
$1
I want.
We have to stop
Gonna
him.
need a
Doctor
superhero.
Evil.
gotta stop
Yeah.
this man
We
from
have to
stealing
stop this
$1
guy
million.
from like this little crime that's
Bernie
about
That's
to
what I
happen.
said when I saw Francis's contract at Barstool.
Yeah, they
And
definitely.
now it's like
lost the
fucking
plot a
like we
little
have
bit.
to undo
Not
time.
gonna forget
and
that you did.
You're not gonna forget that.
Not gonna forget that.
Oh fuck,
Loki was fire though. That's in Phase 4.
Low key.
Loki was fire.
dude. That looks like shit.
Low key fire.
That's a thing.
Wait, I thought that was a joke. That's
character?
real?
This is
No,
a character in the new Ant-Man.
Damn, dude.
Huh.
You go to Doctor Strange's third eye that he has now, I guess.
It's almost impossible. They killed it so hard in Infinity War and Endgame. Infinity War is one of my favorite movies ever.
Rocked.
It's so good. And the special effects in that are truly incredible. And then I think that they just blew their load, dude.
I think. Yeah, that looks bad.
Yeah, it does.
This
I
looks
didn't
like
mind
I
that
did it.
movie.
That's really bad.
That movie
I
was
mean,
okay.
it was the I haven't seen the movie either.
Hold on,
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it was
do
good.
That third eyeball looks like something Jeffrey Dahmer would have fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me something he wouldn't have fucked.
Did you watch his the
woman?
Dahmer tapes?
No. I watched with
Is
Evan
that
Peters.
the documentary or the?
Yeah, I didn't watch the show. But I
haven't.
watched the tapes.
I have not. No.
Pretty interesting. You know that he would create orify. I don't know if that's the plural of orifices
Oh no, I hate that.
in the
Ugh.
body, and then you'd use
Yeah.
those as
Mm.
places to make love to.
At least he knew he was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like in the end, he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty."
Yeah, that's a huge mark in his favor.
I mean, compared to other dudes,
He
Ted
deserves.
All right,
Tapped his
there are the
chest.
pros.
That one was on me. My
Oh
bad.
no, he's self-aware.
Everybody go around in a circle.
True.
Say something nice about Dahmer.
I mean,
Come
'cause
on,
you could-
everybody.
dude,
I hate when people say that about like actual douchebags. They're like, yeah, but he's self-aware. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but
really
compared
kind to
the
his
other ones-
mother.
yeah.
he was no Ed Kemper.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, the wackest thing. Well, not the wackest thing, but one of the lamest things about Ted Bundy is at the end. He was like, he was just like, yeah, dude, porn did this. Like, this is porn's fault. Like,
Yeah.
that's so fucking lame, dude.
Yeah.
Like, try to save your own life by blaming porn.
I bet you that won some people over.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, you're gonna move to Chicago,
I'm moving to Chicago. Yeah.
and are you? How disappointed are you that you got hired to work here and then you're gonna move to Chicago so shortly?
I'm excited for it.
That's his home base.
Yeah.
That's where you're from.
I'm from
Oh,
Indiana,
nice.
yeah, which is
That's not
a
Chicago.
suburb of Chicago. The whole state is a suburb of Chicago.
Indiana was the birthplace of the Klan.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You know about that?
Yeah, I'm aware. I believe like the way I was told when I was growing up was Martinsville, Indiana was like kind of the Klan hotspot, which is where John Wooden is from. So like I think Martinsville has tried to distance themselves from the Klan in recent years. Recently, I think this started in like 2016. I think they started.
A little late.
Hating black people but inventing basketball doesn't.
John Wooden is from there, yeah. So there's a documentary for you, like John Wooden's CD Pass growing up in Martinsville, Indiana.
Was he?
Was he actually? I don't know. Investigative.
We had a senator for a very long time. Everything's named after him in the state that was just hooded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Robert
Yeah.
C. Bird.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So yeah, I'm not. I actually kind of hate New York. I'm just here for the NCAA tournament. I'm gonna be here for like the.
So are you? Do you follow all of the conference tournaments like pretty
not like
religiously?
really the little ones as much. I follow.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch like the championship games and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not. I don't pretend to. Yeah.
There was a very interesting
that.
article about how certain star college basketball players are spending their
NIL.
all NIL money.
Yeah.
And for example, at UNC, the big guy,
Armando Baycott. Yeah.
Baycott,
Yeah.
has bought a really nice Audi for himself.
Yes.
And it's not. It doesn't sound like it's money that they can buy like houses with, maybe.
Yeah. Most guys probably not.
But they
Maybe
can
some
buy
of the
fun
football
toys,
guys.
some
Yeah.
fun toys.
Yeah.
And that kind of feels like a decent middle ground to me.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it at all. It's definitely changed the dynamic of college sports because when I was at Ohio State, Greg Oden was about to be the #1 pick in the draft, and he had to like bum a ride from people because he couldn't afford a car and like was you know and that made like for an interesting camaraderie of the team to have a guy that's about to be worth millions of dollars, but right now he's not. So I would be fascinated like to redo that year at Ohio State and Greg's like driving a Lambo to practice as like, you know, the 8th man on the team has his like hand-me-down car from his older brother. I don't know what that has done to a lot. North Carolina also sucks this year, so I wonder if that is playing into it. I don't know.
Can I offer you a content idea?
What's that?
I was thinking it'd be really cool to do sort of a almost like an MTV Cribs, but for student athletes that have made NIL.
NIL money.
See how they're spending it.
Yeah.
I would watch every second of something like that.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
See how teenagers would spend their millions of dollars.
We
That's
asked-
really interesting.
We
You
asked
like-
them how they're investing at the end, and they're just
Right.
look at you like, "What the fuck is investing?"
I don't have a savings account.
Sneaker. Remember what's the Complex sneaker show?
Yeah.
Sneaker
Yeah.
shopping.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Sneaker shopping.
Yeah, sort of like a combo of that with MTV Cribs, but for college NIL.
Were you if you had been around in the NIL era, do you think you would have gotten any money?
Yeah, my senior year I would have. Yeah, I started my website when I was still on the team, and we sold a bunch of shirts, and I couldn't take any of the money, and I had to give it all to charity. And it was like, I think it ended up being like 60 grand on the year.
Oh my God,
That's a nice.
Wow.
he did this too.
Yeah.
He was selling stuff in college. Donnie,
Not in college. Are you?
he sold stuff.
He
to
was
colleges.
selling when he lived
The-
at a
the
college
jersey
in his
shirt
late 20s.
suits.
Yes. Susie's half suit, half jersey, all class. That's when I was like 28, 29 years old.
At college.
Yeah, I moved down to Clemson for a year to help get that business off the ground. It was probably the worst year of my life. Yeah.
And then didn't Clemson sue you for
No.
stealing their logo?
No. I actually got the licensing for Clemson.
That was expensive.
No, it wasn't that bad, but the application process was a pain in the ass.
Oh man,
But yeah, moving to Clemson, South Carolina when you're 29 is not a great age because you're too old to be hanging out with the college kids because you're just like that
Yeah.
Yeah.
older creepy guy, and then all the people your age are just like full on rednecks. Like my roommate would like wake me up in the night and be like, "Have I showed you my gun?" And just like showing me how it works. Power would go out in our house, and I would run out and be like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Oh, sorry, I was coming home from the bar drunk and just drove into a telephone pole. So now the electricity's out in our entire neighborhood. Don't open the garage door because the cops will be looking for that car."
Oh my God.
I was like, "What am I doing here?"
coming home from the bar, and we saw this gay kid in the road, and we
Yeah.
killed him. Didn't tell anyone.
That's
Yeah.
when Pat was at JMU. The Beeve, my Pat, he did a sexy lady calendar. He had his own website called jmaddie.com, and it was all about like the sexy girls of JMU. And he also sold like shot glass necklaces that he thought was like his own innovation or something like that. But they made like a good amount of money off. It was like drinking T-shirts, sexy lady calendars, and shot glass necklaces. But he made, at a school like JMU, they did like really well for a while.
Titus, were you cashing Spotify checks for Mr. Rainmaker?
No, I wasn't.
No?
But I should have been. That's a great. I felt like that song was a song that nobody. I mean, most people still haven't even heard it. But I remember when my video. I made like a spoof. I made like a trick shot video set to Warrant. Warrant had this song on like the B side of Cherry Pie that was called Mr. Rainmaker, and I made a video when I was in college of me like just making a bunch of shots, and when it got more views than the official music video, that's the first time I ever felt like I was somebody.
You should have.
And then like the
Oh,
official
shit,
music video
yeah.
had like 20,000 views or something.
If
It was
that
like-
ever happens, you should. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should get credit.
So I felt like at that point I was like, I should almost like cease and desist their music video and be like, your music video sucks ass. Like let me replace it as the official music video. So.
Did you feel like bitter about that stuff? Like about like having to give all the money to charity and blah blah blah.
Yeah, because the fucked up part was I wasn't on scholarship either. So like the whole reason these, like the whole argument of like should college athletes get paid was like the opposing side said they do get paid with scholarships. This is like how they're getting paid. So I had to pay my own way, but then also I couldn't keep the money, and I don't know. It worked out for me. If I wasn't on the team, I wouldn't be sitting here today. So like it all worked out. But yeah, it was. But then like I was giving all the money to this great charity called A Kid Again that I love that is operating in Indiana and Ohio, and they're doing great stuff. They still exist. They're awesome.
What do they do? It's called A Kid Again.
Yeah, it's like Make-A-Wish, but instead of one big thing, they do like a bunch of little things for like group for sick kids that are
By the way, quick corollary. I always thought with Make-A-Wish that if the kid ended up beating the disease that granted him the opportunity to meet his hero, then he should have to go back and face that hero and have that hero like yell at them.
You wasted my fucking time.
That's the return policy.
Yeah, that should be the
They do like D-rank you if you get better before you get your reward.
I
had a friend that was supposed to do the Yankees experience, and then he beat the leukemia, and they were like, all right, here's a mall shopping spree.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Wait, they tier the Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, based off of like need, urgency.
So if they're doing something awesome, it's sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this charity, instead of like I want to meet LeBron James, it's instead of like one kid meeting LeBron James, it's like what if we took like 100 kids to a Cavs preseason game? So it's like a lot less exciting for the one kid, but like for the whole group, they all get to go together, and it like and then you see a kid who's also in a wheelchair, and you don't feel like so bad about yourself. They're doing anything.
They get
anyway,
the bond over there.
Yeah,
impending death.
I gave all my money to them, so then like I got put in a position where like I can't, I'm not gonna be like. Fuck these kids! Give me my money back.
Sound like you needed a lot of community service hours.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah.
And I guess that leads us to ask, what did you do?
Well,
interesting.
Well, so what was the final verdict with this episode? This lost episode that was aired.
Oh, I thought you meant the one that we're on right now.
I thought so too.
Oh no, you're Mean Girl.
I was so glad you had
yeah.
finally gotten on board with checking in.
No.
The old mid-episode check-in.
No.
Before we get into that,
people are going to be so mad about that.
Can I ask Kate something?
Sure.
So Pat, who you brought up,
Yeah.
was on Twitter the other day.
Oh no.
And he tweeted a set, or like quote tweeted a set of a comedian I
liked
know,
it. Oh, I didn't physically.
Natalie Cuomo, and he said something like, I appreciate people that get up on stage and tell jokes. I know the challenge of that.
Yeah.
But what is this? It's not, I don't get it. What am I missing here or something?
Yeah.
Inferring that she was having a very bad set.
Yeah.
And then Natalie's fiance, a guy I know, Dan Lamort, messaged Pat a long message and said, hey, what's your issue? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you come after my fiance? And then Pat took a screenshot of that message and then said it and was like, oh, this is soft, and I don't know why you wouldn't be able to take criticism or something like that.
I'll be completely honest. I had no idea. I don't follow what the Beef does on social media.
I thought it was all
He's a wild man.
I liked it. It was very chaotic and my kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what did he just single her out, or does he not like bad comedy in general?
I
think what he saw was the video.
Bad comedy.
Like, is he doing that to a lot of people?
I think that he saw that the set went like crazy on whatever it was.
Yeah, I think he saw
like, went viral, and he didn't understand what.
I remember he came in and was like, look at this, but I didn't know he did anything else with it besides just feel like, But it was one of those, comedians are all doing those like viral clips right now.
Yeah.
Where like whatever, and this clip had like tons and tons of likes and comments or whatever. But like, I thought too, I watched it and I was like, yeah, it's not that funny, but it does have a ton of likes. I didn't feel any kind of way about it, but I guess it made him nuts. Like seeing all these clips that aren't like amazing, like crushing kind of. I have no idea. I
didn't know.
I have no idea.
I didn't know that it had gone really well and had been really positively received. I thought
guess
it was just
so.
a random thing she had posted on her own account.
Had like 5 likes.
He was
No,
like,
he
he
just-
just
no, I guess
I
it.
think on a Facebook
No.
page or something it went crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a way
You can't tame the
I haven't.
beef.
The
beef's
has everyone
white
seen it?
Jenga.
I would have kind of liked to see it. If
It's
that-
not-
The clip that he was like, yeah, I by all means, If you can, I think it was on her Instagram or something. I remember him showing me, but I never
It
thought
was on
twice about
Pat's
it after.
Twitter.
Titus,
Oh, God.
Kate's boyfriend and father of her child,
Yeah.
goes by the beeve titty emoji. He's got
There's a beef titty emoji?
no. He calls himself the beeve, and then he makes titties out of parentheses.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Oh, he's not the beeve anymore.
He just does his own thing, and I just kind of let him fly by the seat of his
That's it right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I like
Wait,
this
wait.
girl.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure
Natalie
she's super
Cuomo?
funny.
I don't think he knows her.
My mom goes to bed at 8. I do live in my mom's basement. It is hard to date when you live in your mom's basement. Like, if I go on a date with a guy and it's going well, I'll be like, hey, you want to come over? My mom goes to bed at 8. I was hanging out with this guy recently. We're getting to know each other. And he's like, where do you see yourself in the next few years? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'll be upstairs. Finally, he
It's
slept
easier
over,
to
and my
laugh in
mom
the
made
setting
us
of a
breakfast
comedy
in the
club.
morning.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, Pat felt angry about that for some reason, that it had so many. I guess it was more of an overarching thing about comedy clips and her. I don't know. I didn't know he.
I would 100%.
I didn't know
laugh
he
if
did
I
that.
I'm a sympathetic laugher. Like
I'm very
Yeah,
much.
so am I. And
could-
I
I
think
could
anyone
not-
who gets up
Very
there, I'm
much.
sure she's amazing. And
Very much. Yeah, I'm very much.
Pat,
She's very
what
successful.
are you doing, Pat? I didn't know he did that.
I'm not attacking Pat. I just wanted
Oh,
to
I
bring it
will.
up to hear about it.
I'll attack Pat.
Beeve.
It was a.
Fucking
It was a,
beef, man.
do you have? By the way, DJ, do you have Dan's response?
And then he tweeted the guy's DM. That's
Yeah, this is it.
oh.
Here, I'll read it.
He just.
Man, multiple people tagged my fiance in your posts. I know you think it's fun to publicly shit on a female comic, but it's really not that kind. They see it. What's the point? I get being upset that she has a bigger audience, but it doesn't mean you should use what little following you have to direct hate her way. You have a child.
Ooh, he did
Why
his
not
best.
act in a way that would make them proud?
I think our son would be okay with it.
Yeah, let's
I
not-
think he.
let's not bring the
I
child
think he
into
doesn't
this.
care. I don't think Pat was going because she's a woman. I don't think that's it. I think he was just like, this isn't very funny. Why does it have so many likes? That particular clip, I'm sure it's funny. I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think
But,
so, but
yeah, no, I didn't think it was
mean,
that.
you can't.
Yeah.
There's so many
Sometimes when you're
clips that
sending out a
suck.
tweet, you're like, okay, this is going to make 100 people laugh, but one person feel really bad. Is the trade-off worth it? And a lot of times it is. A lot of times I would rather make
Yeah.
100 people laugh, but sometimes you don't want to make that one person upset.
Doing comedy's not worth it.
You did it. How did it go?
I don't know.
He crushed it.
Come on.
It was
I
very
heard
great.
you were fantastic.
It was very
It
funny.
was okay. Yeah.
Julio told me in confidence that you were great.
He was very
Was.
funny. It was very funny.
It's no surprise at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Is
No doubt.
anybody surprised that Nick would be excellent at stand-up?
What are you doing
Titus
right
is
now?
surprised.
I'm certainly not surprised.
You're surprised over there.
He was.
Me, not surprised.
I saw you go like
Surprised at
this.
all.
You went,
Oh.
No kidding. This guy.
raised your eyebrows.
Is he
You know,
supposed to be
Pat
funny
tweeted
or
about
something?
your set, said it was garbage.
Yeah, I
You're a
know.
real piece of
I know.
your girlfriend messaged
Not cool
him.
to go after a male
Did you
comic.
feel the itch after you got off stage to now go on a bunch of podcasts and talk about stand-up comedy?
Not at-
Like
not
the
at-
art of it.
not at
and-
all.
And
Dude, what's the road
Well,
like?
I don't.
yeah.
I don't have like. As soon as Sass did it once, he had like five shows the next week, like doing open mics. I don't have the itch.
You care about knives, dude,
I want knives. I want 200 knives, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
which is a much cooler pursuit.
Yeah. I had to take the knives off my desk. Somebody complained. Won't say who.
Someone at the office complained.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Complained at the office.
They said
about
it
your
was
knives.
unsafe. They said then I thought it was a joke, but then I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
and then I don't think
just
they were
took them home,
joking.
and now I just have a bunch of.
Yeah.
It's kind of inconvenient to have all my knives at home.
Right. Yeah.
I have like 50 now.
Oh my. Yeah, we'll see.
Tommy
Shout out
Walker's-
Otis. Shout out this guy. Milo. Is it Milo the Knife Man? He just sent me a post-it with like 80 knives that he made, and he just said, "Stay sharp."
Ooh.
Oh, that's dope.
Good.
Not to get super Freud on you, but do you think your urge to collect knives stemmed from that guy threatening to stab you in Southern Illinois?
You know what? If I hadn't, I wouldn't have. Nothing would have changed if I had a knife on me myself, and I wouldn't ever pull a knife on somebody. It just started off as an anus thing, and I was just like, if you really are a fan of the pod, send me a knife.
Do you have any plan on using these knives in any way?
No.
Hmm.
No, I think I think it's just tough to get to 200.
Yeah.
Very tough.
It'd
Yeah.
be really cool if like a wall of your place was just like all of them hung up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think.
mean, it would creep out chicks on like a first date, but
yeah.
I think it could creep
Yeah.
out anybody at any moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
my knife
Got to be
wall.
wary of earthquakes.
The
too.
fellas that come over to watch the game, they would be creeped out.
Yeah.
That versus Kyle's litter box with no cat.
Yeah, what's
Which
weirder?
one's worse?
Dude,
Yeah.
you know people are going to think you shit in that.
I think it's the litter box.
What's weirder?
200 knives on a wall or a litter box, no cat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that
I
is
think
weird.
like showing off the knives makes it less weird. If every drawer in my house was filled to the brim, and like they noticed it,
Open your medicine
they fell upon
cabinet.
it like organically, like oh wrong drawer, oh fuck, like that's when you get weirded
With a
out.
fork or like a spoon or anything, and it's just all knives.
All knives.
You don't need to have forks or spoons if you're really good with a knife.
Damn right.
Yeah, I'm always worried if I'm like eating food off of a knife though, I'm gonna cut my tongue. So
What about
I
soup?
don't think I have the skills.
Cheerios.
Yeah, you would need a spoon for Cheerios.
It would
No.
You could do it with a knife. It would just take
But what if you want some milk with your Cheerios?
hours.
I think you just pick up the bowl.
Yeah.
Viking.
Ah, yeah.
Pull it.
I will eventually be eating eating an apple with a knife. I'll probably be leaning in a
That's cool.
door frame.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool as hell.
I like
I
that.
like the guys who just buy a big block of prosciutto and then just
Yep.
slice it off.
Borelli does that.
Pop it
Frankie
in.
Borelli does that. He's retaining a lot of water.
I saw that next to a Dave podcast clip yesterday. The prosciutto shaving.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's yeah.
Like
Damn.
Ray.
I don't know.
It's our
That's
thing.
Weird.
How's that weird?
Why? Who's she to you?
She's an A-list celeb right now.
Oh, get out of
I
here.
watched the fuck
I
out
think
of this
Addison
video.
Ray can get into any
Which side are you
event
guys
in the
watching?
world that she wants.
I don't
Right.
think Addison
Right.
Rae can
Yeah.
go to Carbone
Yeah.
tonight if she wants to.
She went to the fucking Met Gala.
Who goes to the Met Gala?
A-list fucking people go to the Met Gala.
Dude, if you go to the Met Gala, you are a loser.
I would go to the Met Gala
What?
so fast it would make your fucking head spin.
Why, Dave? You don't need their
That's-
approval.
I want to walk. I want people.
A beer can
It's
ham.
the Met. It's a museum.
I
You
like
walk
that
in.
it's not
free
yellow.
every other day.
What level
I like that they're
celebrity-
getting rid of
So
all the.
what is the conceit there? What is the correlation between those two? It's just like
It's a TikTok thing that people can't stay focused long enough on a podcast clip. There has to be some sort of like kinetic sand or app.
Maze Runner.
Minecraft.
do not understand TikTok. I don't.
Yeah,
I think that just goes. I think that's human
I
psychology.
don't-
It works.
that works.
Yeah.
So
I
when
used to
you guys
tutor-
started to add it in, did you see the views go up?
We did it making
Engagement go up?
we posted like the game, like the Fun Run or whatever, Temple Run, going on when Kyle was going on a rant about how TikToks have to have this. It was like a little meta joke, and then it did better, and so we just do it. all.
Works. Yeah.
I do. I find it does capture me whenever I see it.
Yeah.
It works because then you're engaging two parts of the brain, which is nice.
The viewer wants to be held hostage.
I don't. I actually, because I like listening to you guys and I like watching you guys, and then the thing annoys me. 'Cause I think
Fair.
you guys are pretty pure.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
gonna
should
keep
we
doing it.
spin the wheel before?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, litter box, no cat.
Yeah, if I never end up getting a cat or wait a while,
Is
yes.
there
Right.
is it an 100% certainty you're getting a cat?
Well, this is supposed to now I'm gonna get one because I've been putting it off for a while.
I mean, you like still don't have Wi-Fi in your apartment.
Well, with the cat is.
I don't know if
Won't
you're
need
gonna
it.
get motivated to get
What was the name we decided?
pull the trigger on a
Taylor
cat.
Lewan, I think, chose the name, right?
No, we didn't decide.
Okay.
Mm.
We all were drinking High Noons today. They were delicious.
Mhm.
Rudy asked me for another. Guess what? Box is empty.
I know. I've been wanting to go get more, but I didn't want to be that guy.
Want mine, Rudy?
Sure.
High Noon is a hard seltzer made with real vodka, real juice, and sparkling water. It's actually made with vodka, not with malt like the other hard seltzers.
or tequila.
Yeah. This is the new ones, which are phenomenal. I like the strawberry of those. They now have big cans. How many milliliters are the big cans, Francis?
40.
700 milliliters.
Huh.
You were thinking of the small cans.
I don't
Tiny
know.
cans.
Thinking of the whole cans.
Of peach and pineapple are now available. My favorite flavor of the original High Noons, grapefruit. My favorite flavor of the tequila.
This strawberry is
Strawberry.
amazing. It's very good.
Only 100 calories, gluten-free, no added sugar. High Noon full-time flavors are pineapple, black cherry, watermelon, grapefruit, lime, peach, mango, passion fruit, and lemon. Limited edition flavors. Any guesses? Anybody besides Francis guessing?
Guava.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Blackberry?
No, no,
Blackberry?
no.
Elderberry.
Pear, cranberry,
Acai.
Pear and cranberry in the tailgate pack, and kiwi and guava in the pool pack.
Wow.
Look for
Damn,
them at
good
Drizzly
guess there.
or your local convenience or liquor store. Visit highnoonspirits.com to find it near you. High Noon.
Ugh, love it.
It's taken over.
I'm so delirious right now.
Why?
I didn't go to bed last night, really.
Me neither.
I had a dream I got in a bus crash. Woke up, got some water, went back to bed, closed my eyes, bus crash. 2 for 2.
Yeah, there was a
At
sequel.
least it wasn't a plane crash.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You're starting to get over your fear, I think.
I think I am getting over my fear of flying.
Do you still arrive like 4 hours early? Or?
I will do that till the day I die, probably in a plane crash. But for the first time ever, I'm going home for a wedding. I bought a plane ticket instead of a train ticket.
Yeah.
An 8-hour train versus a
That's-
35-minute
Oh.
flight.
That's
I finally
amazing.
did it.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I believe I'm heading to the part of the world with the worst air flight record. Like they have the most crashes.
Where?
Nepal.
Oh, yeah.
shit,
Have you
yeah.
seen that runway in
Sad one.
Nepal?
You're going to Kathmandu?
Oh, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Going to
What are you doing
Kathmandu?
there?
That's fucking sick, dude.
So I haven't bought the tickets yet, but I think I'm going to Everest Base Camp with
Oh,
Wow.
with Akon and
What?
What?
and
With Akon.
with Akon, singer.
it sounds
You
like
don't have, don't keep. You should have edited it there. Like I'm going
Yeah.
with Akon.
That's it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounds like
I'm
the
going.
plot
I'm going to
Yeah.
Everest Base Camp with Akon.
That sounds like the plot to an Avicii song.
For content?
More content, yes.
Sick.
When
It's a
did
very
this?
long story. I'm not really sure why Akon's going. I think he's going to be filming a music video at base camp.
Huh.
But I met a guy who works for SpaceX, and he was going with this famous hiker, Nims. I don't know. He's like,
Yeah, I know
Oh, I
Nims.
know. I follow him.
Yeah.
yeah, Nims. And
Exciting
then
guy.
I think they got Akon to like fund the expedition. They're also going with a guy who's going to be like the first Native American to climb Mount Everest. And he was like, if you want to tag along and
Wow.
document it, you're welcome to join.
Holy shit.
I won't be climbing Everest. The plan would just be to join them for a week, like meet in Kathmandu, then head to base camp.
That hike into base camp is long though.
Yeah, that's a
Like
lot.
7 to 8 days.
High on honey.
It's super high.
Yeah.
What?
You get
They-
high on like honey.
For that honey. that
Yeah, they
makes
have
you
hallucinogenic honey.
Yeah.
Pot grows wild in that area too. And
Yeah.
you stay in the Sherpa villages on the way up, and then you'll take a helicopter from base camp back to Kathmandu.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Mm-hmm. I've been
Yeah, we'll
researching
see. I'm a
this for
little.
while. I've wanted.
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
I've wanted. I actually pitched this as an idea when I used the first time I worked at Barstool.
I'm with you.
To
It's
climb
so
Everest?
cool.
So to go to the
Let's go to
base,
base
camp
camp.
and potentially do like a comedy show for all the hikers about to go up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. that's-
If we can find a sponsor, maybe some more people can join.
It'd be really cool. I thought it sounded like an awesome idea, but it was impressed upon me that the hike into base camp is much more challenging than you might actually think.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that because like the 3 other people I'll be with like have a lot of hiking experience, and it's like I don't think I'll be able to keep up.
I
Like,
think you'll be fine.
Well, it is. I mean, base camp itself, I think, is at 14,000 feet.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
So it's pretty.
up there.
The
Feels like a
altitude
little bit of a
would be an issue.
misnomer
Mhm.
to say like
Call
this
that
is like
base
the
camp.
base.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're 14.
Mhm.
It's really cool. I want to go to Nepal before I would love to do that. That's a very.
He said, yeah,
Yeah.
Kathmandu is a very nice and affordable vacation spot.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that runway.
But
You have to
also,
go like
yeah,
straight up as soon as you take off, right? 'Cause
yeah, I think they have the most plane crashes of any country.
their planes are also like look like they're made of wood.
Yeah, but there was like a horrific plane crash a few months ago, so I think
Yeah.
that actually works in my
Yeah,
favor.
the clock resets.
I think it's
Right.
got a weird. I think the runway has a weird like pitch on it too. It's at like a slight angle, which makes it even more difficult. On top of the fact that it's like
Do we have a video, TJ? I would.
No,
Well,
no.
it's very
No, I
short
mean-
too.
Don't do
Very
that.
short.
There is
Go back
looking
to-
at that.
It curves a
Go
little
back to-
bit, and so
go
it's
back to
kind of hard to get
A
off.
lot of people
Jeff
like the little
Dahmer.
curve.
Mm-hmm.
Creating orifices. I'd
Yeah,
rather
they're-
talk about that than show plane crash.
Well, there was
videos.
a video of a guy live streaming.
No,
on
Yes, this is the
Facebook.
one I saw. That
Oh.
plane.
Oh
is-
no, yeah.
That's, that plane.
Can't do it.
No,
This isn't
nothing
the one
bad
where
is
he's
happening.
live streaming.
Those
Yeah, see,
planes.
look
dude.
at
That
the
one?
pitch. Look at the pitch of it,
Oh.
bro.
He's doing like a Facebook live stream in the plane.
Oh, and when it crashed.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
horrific.
yeah.
No, we're not.
Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but
Hold.
is that the airport you'd be going to?
I believe so.
Jesus Christ.
They're not gonna have Akon fly into something real sketchy, maybe, are they?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still confused, like why he agreed to come on board. But it's awesome. Would
Well,
love to
he's-
have him.
He's starting his own city, Akon City,
you
right?
flying in
It's
with
gonna be a
Akon?
utopia.
Yeah.
Or are you meeting him there?
I would
The
be
new Barstool
meeting him
HQ
there.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I kind of wonder if 20-year-olds even know who he is. I mean, when I was in college, he was enormous. That song "So Paid" with Lil Wayne and Young Jeezy,
Mm-hmm.
that was a banger.
Damn, that's a sad
They don't,
bitch.
yeah, I bet you
Locked up.
20-year-olds don't
Locked
know who
up.
They
I
probably
am.
don't.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I tried so hard, or something like that.
Oh yeah, Akon
Yeah.
rules.
And now he's like saving the world.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
Got his
Yeah,
own
he
currency.
provided a lot of electricity to Africa. I know that.
What do you guys think about that? The cities that they're building? I think in the United Arab Emirates, the mile long or like.
I think Kate was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
Any
yes.
They're
city?
doing a giant cube, a giant city within a cube, and then they're doing that like it's not just a mile long; it's like 50 miles long. This city, it's like really
I haven't
skinny
seen
and
those at
long.
all.
I think
I
it,
know
Yeah.
it's
people were shitting on
might
it.
only be like a mile or two long, but it's large enough to where 9 million people can live there.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. People were shitting on it. I think it's cool.
It's pretty green.
I think it's
right?
cool.
Like one New York block is the equivalent of one like rural home when it comes to like energy output, right?
Yeah, and
When it comes to
also
pollution.
I think too, like
I don't know.
nothing infuriates me more than like urban sprawl.
TJ,
Go on.
can you
You can
you
just
would
call
hate
it
Tokyo.
sprawl. You don't
You-
have
bring up the YouTube video of it?
to talk about race.
They have a cool YouTube video about it. I mean,
Cube City.
no, search The Line,
The line.
Saudi Arabia.
It seems wildly unattainable.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're like starting the construction.
Yeah, a lot of people were shocked when they actually started building the foundation. They were like, "We thought this was all a joke."
I just sort of like I like people just going for it.
Yeah, 9 million people. Bloop, bloop.
Robot
Robot
maids?
maids,
I just-
artificial
so
moon.
Who are the 9 million people that are planning on moving there? They have like one short vid that's kind of just like a promo for it.
Yeah, like the visual of it is very interesting.
Yeah, this is just a guy who's talking about it. Yeah, maybe that.
The
You guys-
line.
Yeah.
Did you guys, speaking of Saudi Arabia, you know the murder of Jamal Khashoggi?
Yeah.
Oh, how could we forget?
So that, they've gotten away with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do anything.
No.
Right.
You're gonna do something about it.
No.
Is that your next video?
No, I wouldn't.
Coming out next Wednesday at barstoolsports.com.
I mean,
Francis.
it's like, I think if a country gets away with murder on that level with that visibility, then
You can travel
you
to
don't speak out against them anymore.
Well,
It's
Yeah,
sad.
they could do
Hold
anything.
it off.
they've done some other doozies.
It's very
of
sad.
things.
I think
Yeah.
around that time we even like gave them more money or more military equipment. I don't know.
I think I like this.
It's so cool to me.
Now, say if they were like, we need some social media influencers to move in for a year, would you be willing?
Bryce Hall.
I don't think I've ever influenced anybody.
Yeah.
No.
I think you. Oh yeah, he's the put on prince.
Maybe he's the put on prince.
Yeah.
So
Rihanna-
yeah, he could go.
We're going to chicken fry.
She could go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would you take? Actually, I guess you don't need a lot of money. But I was just.
Josh Richards.
Yeah, I was saying if Saudi Arabia offered you $1 million to kind of like live there and promote it for a year,
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah,
Of course
I'm
I
saying-
would.
Yes.
you would? Okay,
Why wouldn't I?
I thought you might be the one person in this room who wouldn't, because you're like, I don't really need a ton of money.
Oh, I would. Yeah.
I'll
do
be
you
the.
mean?
I'll take
I
the
need
moral
a
high
ton
ground.
of money.
Okay, all right.
Lemmer said he
I'll be the
wouldn't.
guy that. I'll be the guy that won't do it, just because it's an easy way to just like get good internet points. To be like me, no, would never. I would never.
Make that statement now.
Yeah, I would never. I would never take their dirty money.
Lemmer said he wouldn't be on the live tour with his golfing skills now to be the laughing stock. I guess lose every game for $500,000 a year.
He would not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it.
That's asinine.
Yeah, at a certain point, having when you phrase it as like be the laughing stock,
Well, nobody's going to expect him to do well.
But just like every time you arrive at the golf course, everyone's pointing and laughing.
I
and
would
like,
watch
there
more
goes
golf
the-
if they had one.
That would be
abysmal golf.
That's a hard life.
Yes.
That's a hard life to like.
I was just
Doesn't
thinking
hurt
that.
anybody else. If there's one just abysmal golfer, I would tune in way more.
And then
Yeah.
just tune into him, and he's like plus 88.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
That movie
Would.
about the guy who snuck into the British Open every year was really good.
I have no idea that was the thing. Is this
Yes.
what
Mark Rylance plays the guy.
Oh, okay.
It's really awesome movie, really enjoyable.
Is that how we save the NBA All-Star game? Is just pull a guy off the street and let him play against all the.
That's like a team sport.
Yeah.
I think golf, it would just be like he's not hurting anybody else, but this is getting more viewers.
Yeah, it would.
I
be
volunteer to be the guy. I've never golfed in my life. I'll do it.
It would be
It's true.
awesome.
Get a golden retriever to do it.
There's
in
no
those-
rule that says
Those movies.
dog can't
Bud
play basketball.
movies, yeah.
Buds.
Yeah. But there's no way a golden retriever could play golf. I mean, it kind of
Oh.
makes sense that he could play
No, they'll-
basketball.
That's what they said
This is
about.
the first line of every one of the movies.
That's what they said about. Are you pitching us right now?
yeah. Golden receiver, like
The original Deflategate was golden receiver. Like, how did a dog catch a fully inflated football in his
Yeah.
mouth? They had to deflate it enough,
Just enough so
that he could catch it with its mouth. But you won't hear the mainstream media talk about that.
No. Well, the
Richard
best
Cena.
sport a dog could play.
Frisbee.
ultimate frisbee.
Ultimate frisbee.
Frisbee.
Soccer.
Cup
Be good
stack.
with headers.
I think baseball.
What?
What in the
Can't
fuck?
throw.
Outfielder.
Pinch
No.
runner.
Oh, an outfielder. I could
Think
see
about
that.
it. Ball goes into
Oh,
the
you guys are
outfield,
crazy.
he has to throw it
None of these
down.
sports, you said the dog couldn't do any part of it.
Well, you're a cat person, you bitch.
Dog
couldn't-
could hit a header in.
I would say
Yeah.
maybe rugby.
Or a dog would be a goalie.
You like cats.
I do.
Rugby?
I'm not taking
What
any.
happened?
Of your-
What was the consensus with your
I don't know this-
episode?
I don't know how to play.
What was the
the Mean Girl
yeah,
thing?
what?
I still don't really know.
So once it came, I didn't watch it.
But I
Once it
appreciate
came out,
your
what happened?
clarifying question because that was the one that mattered. When Jordan came in and you said, "Was he dark or
So yeah.
real?"
So what do people think?
And I wasn't dark at all. I guess people think. Well, what do they think about why they held it?
Or what was the over? What are people saying?
I think people are confused about why they didn't air it.
So like no controversy.
There wasn't any. It was
There wasn't
your answers
anything.
were too long.
I didn't say anything stupid. I didn't say anything dark or I wasn't being risky. That's what people thought, and then they changed their answer and said I was patronizing. And then I was like, no, I wasn't. And they were like, okay, well, you weren't, but then you were boring. And I was like, well, then give me the fucking tape. And let me hear it.
What'd you think?
I didn't think I was boring, but, what do I know? I can't judge myself.
It's a really good I said it yesterday. Podcast loophole. Just Titus, you have somewhere to be too. We're just go.
I gotta go to a lunch.
Go to a lunch.
Yeah.
What?
Get
Go
out
to
of
lunch.
here.
You're about
But with whom?
John Rothstein, actually.
Whoa.
People
Oh,
might know
sick.
who that is.
He's
yeah.
a Sharpie guy.
Yeah, the college basketball Twitter guy
Yeah.
that just like is a robot.
Man,
Jake's
Oh, yeah.
odd.
you
Yeah.
are plugged
it's a-
in.
Yeah.
You sure you want to go to Chicago?
Yeah, me and John are meeting on the Upper East Side to hash out the bubble right now. Who's in, who's out.
Nice.
West Virginia.
What type of
We're
food?
gonna, I don't know. Here, let me pull it up.
Imagine if they were having bubble tea.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mhm.
That's what you should call the
Thematic
episode.
lunches.
Boba.
What's this place called?
Are you a fan of bubble tea, Francis?
Not really. I don't like how those globules go down your throat.
I'm a fan of the globules.
Love
Tapioca
them.
balls?
Get into
It says American restaurant, so I don't think that's exactly helpful.
That's a Lenny Kravitz song.
it.
So
That's a Mad Libs clue.
all right, you guys continue.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
thank you.
bow out.
Thank you, Titus. Have a
See you,
nice
Mark.
Later.
No, should we do the wheel really quick before?
What's the rush?
Wet.
Huh?
I don't know. You're
won't
right.
run on
You're
wet.
right. There's no
Um,
rush.
This is
Right.
going so great now.
It is. It's smooth. It's smoothing out.
We picked it up.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, I guess we have. I used to be obsessed with Mad Libs as a kid. I thought they
Oh,
were sick.
same.
And I would just answer poop or
Fart, poop,
Yeah.
fart, poop, stinky poop, fart.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yep.
was so fun.
I liked him.
Poop stain.
Whenever they were on like a kid's menu, that's when I liked them the most. Like when you went to like Outback.
Yeah.
They gonna go out of business? You think? Like, do you think young kids these days would enjoy playing Mad Libs when they have all this technology to?
Mad Libs,
Yeah.
I think it's probably an app now, but I don't think it's.
No, dude, it's not you. Right now, the new Mad Libs is you just get Joe Biden and Trump into a COD lobby and get an AI to fill in
Yep.
the voices.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
Mad Libs
Or
amazing.
you go onto Chat GPT and you're like, write me a wacky story,
Yeah.
and like uses the words poop and fart.
I tried to
You,
get them to write jokes, and they refused.
Can we see how Chat GPT would answer some of the Mean Girl questions that they asked Francis? We'll see if it did better or worse. See whose intelligence is more
Yeah.
artificial.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one?
Have you guys
Okay, thanks.
Good.
spoken at all about the thing that you got?
No.
Okay.
No, it was just approved 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Akon
Uh,
doesn't bail out after me already saying I'm going with him. That'd
Yeah.
be a letdown. But no, it seems like a pretty sure thing. But you know Akon.
Oh no, we're talking about the thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I was just saying in
Oh,
relation
yeah.
to like
Yes.
talking about
Of course.
future plans.
I was with Nick on that though. It didn't seem to me like you knew what we were all talking about.
No, I did, but I was saying that's like this is actually what we'll be doing in June is actually set in stone. I haven't bought the flights to Kathmandu yet, but it's all signs point to it happening.
That's cool.
What song
Yeah.
sings about
That is
Kathmandu?
cool.
Is it the one where they? Is it the Billy Joel one?
There's a song lyric that
We
has.
didn't start the fire.
I think it is.
I think it's a country song.
Oh no, yeah, it might be.
Kathmandu.
It is in a
What's the
song.
What's a song that has the?
Good up a up a up a boo abba da Kathmandu. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Are you guys fans of
How much
Cat Stevens?
Xanax did you have before this episode today?
You know what it was?
Yeah, I do.
I had I tried a new type of edible last night.
Is it sticking with you?
It's not
Oh,
gone.
Bob Seger.
Ooh.
And it's not I'm not
Really?
high, but I'm fucking
I've had that.
whacked out.
It's
Kinda
affected me
fuzzy.
for
It's
24
super
hours.
whacked out from it.
Oof.
I apologize. I know I'm being
I'm doing this
real
on an empty
weird.
stomach
No, you're
because
not.
I wanted to go get falafel when I was just talking into the ether. It was 11:30 this morning. I said, "Is it too early for falafel?" I just hear, "Yes, Nick," and I just sat down.
I thought you were talking to me. Because the only other people that were there were Doug's and John Rich. And
I wasn't
they're not- they
expecting
don't know
Doug's
what
to say
falafel
no.
is. John Rich eats, as far as I can tell, like nails and screws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doug's is, mayor of the town that train blew up in.
Every new picture that guy has come out, I love him more.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Oh my god.
He looks like
Yeah.
such a quintessential Trent. Like
Yes,
he looks
Trent
like
R. Conaway. Yeah.
yeah.
Jay, can you Google him? I just want to take a look.
What was your guys' post about him on Anus? That was
Kyle said
super
his
funny?
shirt could house a Dominican family or something.
God. I could have watched that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's a unit.
And now there's a mayor that's a pedophile.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Maryland.
there's more than one.
What?
I'm sure there's more than
Yeah,
one.
but
but-
there's a few.
Yeah, no, he got a big charge.
Damn,
Whew.
that's tough.
Oh.
Do you guys know they have dogs that like help the cops find kitty porn? They can like sniff out hidden hard drives and stuff, and they've like used them a lot.
Hard drives?
Yeah, like files. Like they can sniff out an electronic hard drive. If they like think some dude's a pedophile, they can bring in the kitty porn dogs, and they'll like.
Is that what they're using? They're still just using hard drives?
I think so.
And they'll
'cause
like
they're not gonna
find their
be-
stash of kitty
Yeah.
porn.
I believe Europe, maybe Germany, they have an anonymous like therapy for people that feel themselves becoming more and more attracted to children, and they promise they'll never call the police. I was reading that when I was trying to write jokes for news, but I didn't know how to make a joke about it.
So it's an amnesty policy?
Yeah, but it's just like guys admitting, and they're like, okay, I need help.
They did that here, right?
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
mean-
if you think you're feeling it, we'll give you Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah, that's
come
what
in
it
here.
is. Yeah.
Come over here.
I don't-
And then-
That's a weird moral
Isn't it
blurry
weird? Yeah.
area
Yeah.
where how do you do it?
like, okay,
Yeah.
we had 900 people sign up, and we can't do like odd.
It's the type of thing though, like conversion.
Just keep it. Don't talk. Don't make anything of it.
Conversion therapy has been proven to not work when it comes to like making someone not gay, though. So, like, do they think it's going to work on pedophiles?
Because that's because it's been, the,
feel like
the
those are very
medicine they're
different
using are
things.
Bible verses.
That and
Yeah.
and electricity.
Right. Right. One group
Prescribed electricity in Psalms.
group does need fixing. The other group doesn't.
Yeah.
Should we play a game or something?
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of thing we can play?
Yeah, I love.
Wait,
yeah.
there's a new kind of Family Feud. It looks better. TJ, have you seen those TikToks? Is it called like Dog something?
I have not seen those.
Shit.
Somebody in chat say what it is.
Have you seen those old YouTube videos that somebody unearthed? It was filmed on like a VHS. You could tell like over shoulder camera, and it's this guy. He would have yard sales, and he would paint himself all gold, and you would have to go up to him and ask for the price. And in a big booming voice, he would say a price that's just way too high. It's the funniest concept ever.
Let me see this.
Yeah. What would it be under?
They would go up to like, hey, how much is like this lampshade? And then he would just like have his eyes closed. He'd be all gold. And he'd just be like, $8,000. And the fact that it's like never, he should be world famous.
Sounds like a movie Shaquille O'Neal was in.
Yes. No, I think you're thinking Sinbad.
Ah.
Is that what he was in?
Mandela Effect.
Was he not in Shazam?
Yeah.
That was never a movie. You're thinking Kazam with Sinbad.
Wait, no. Kazam, Shaq was in.
You're thinking Shazam with Sinbad.
What was Shaq in?
So he's been in more than one movie. But
Kazam?
yeah,
Never been.
it was Kazam, and then he was also in Steel. And wait, let's see if it was Kazam or Shazam.
Wait, there's two different movies named that?
Kazam.
It was Kazam.
Shazam.
Kazam. All right. Francis is getting on the juice.
Oh, it's not cold, though.
Oh, no, it's perfect this way.
No, you want it
Kyle
cold.
gets a strawberry, I'm going to be livid.
Lime.
I got the strawberry.
You got the straw?
I've never had one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could
All right,
feel
this
how.
floor is a sponge. It
Yeah, it
actually
really
doesn't
is.
even need to be cleaned.
I threw Kyle's way too many tops.
This feels, wait, I remember he predated Bill Nye. We didn't have the funds to watch Bill Nye, so we had the VHS of Mr. Wizard's World.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
So
that guy.
Mr. Wizard said if a can's shaken up, you go.
Rotate it.
All right, Wizard.
Wow, it works.
Every
Kyle,
time,
try
just
that.
like that. Just
I have
one
no
turn
idea.
settles
That's the
it.
first time I've ever
Try
tried.
that on yours, Kyle, because I threw yours reckless.
Throw it harder.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Ooh.
Want it smooth.
soft hands.
Yeah, the softest of hands. What's up? What'd I miss? Talking about Shaq.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shaq Fu. Great Sega Genesis video.
Oh, yes, this guy. You hear him talking already?
Oh, that's.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
awesome.
No.
Oh, what?
It's the eeriest shit in the world.
What is going on?
He would have yard sales, and you'd have to ask him for the price.
No, 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 no. I hate found footage. No.
I'll give you $17.95.
$17.95.
I hate
Where's the guy?
Price Master, yeah, that's what he's called. You have to ask the Price Master.
Oh, these are wonderful. The signs themselves are worth it. I'm glad you like it. Ah, they're hilarious.
I love it.
I'm like nervous.
Yeah, this is making me very uncomfortable.
Eerie.
Oh,
eerie.
thank you.
Hey,
Oh,
Nate
thanks.
Dogg, are those
Eric Nathan?
cold? They're cold?
Why
Oh,
don't you have one?
Thank you, Nate.
You should have strawberry.
Strawberry goes crazy.
yeah, again.
Nate, are the rumors true? Oh, Jesus. Sure.
I'll have the. Oh, these are passion.
World Series of Poker. You entering?
Try these.
I'm gonna play the full summer.
Full summer. You're going to be there all summer.
May 31st.
In
Do
Vegas?
you think you'll come out in the black? Not a joke.
Talking to him, Mike.
Oh, good, right.
Um,
Talking to him,
Entire
Mike.
summer in Vegas.
Thanks, pal.
it gets hot in Vegas,
Oh,
This is
bro,
nice.
true.
but you actually don't have to go outside there.
I'm fascinated by Vegas.
I've never been.
I
I don't
love
think
it.
I'd like it.
Love
I don't
it.
like strip clubs. I don't like
I'm not a big fan.
poker.
Thank you, Nate Dogg.
I like magic.
I like the. Thank you, Nate. I like the. I like just like looking at the infrastructure.
No joke, that's my favorite thing to do. Is just
Yeah.
walk around and look at the buildings.
It has no reason to exist. The amount. I can't stop thinking about the amount of energy required for the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And
I love the grandeur of it. But
yes.
aren't they like they don't have water?
No, they get a lot of their water from Colorado, actually.
The Colorado River is like drying up.
What
It
is
is.
this? What's happening here?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Not quite sure what's going on.
He's been in the office all morning.
Oh, okay.
He chills a lot. I see him around all the time.
Great.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm just like I'm fascinated by like the splendor of it and just like the idea and the notion of it. It's one of those things that has no
Yeah.
business existing, and I like just sort of being in it. I don't really
Yeah.
particularly love like the typical Vegas trappings. I just sort of
Same, yeah.
I
love
sort of just
being
like
there.
observing it. I just enjoy observing it because it's unique to me to see something that is 24/7, 365. It's like one of those if those walls could talk type situations. Like all those rooms, they just like have people coming in and out. Like imagine like this, like if you could really like examine what has happened in this particular room.
I think Vegas has an overall pretty sad vibe to it. at
Yeah,
its
Yeah.
core.
for sure. That's why it's like interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay longer than like 2-3 days, it starts to get dark.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah. I mean, I met all the people living in the tunnels.
Yes.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
people that have just they're not born there, right?
below it. No.
Not in the tunnels. I'm
They
saying
show
in
up in
Vegas.
Vegas, they play a little too much Keno, they get addicted to crystal meth, and then boom, they're down in the tunnels. It could happen to any of us.
Is that the most frightening
Energy
you've been
burst.
for a video?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I wasn't actually scared, like super scared at the time, but once we left the tunnel, our guide was like, "You pointed that camera at the wrong person," and he reached for his gun, and I didn't even know that was happening until we had left.
Could you see
But yeah, we were just
gun
walking.
in the video or like on that guy?
You could see him sort of reach for it. We didn't even know he was there. We were just like filming straight ahead, and then
Yeah.
we walk by, and there's like 3 guys in the shadows. And once they see that we have this like giant video camera, they're like, "What the fuck are these guys?" Because I think they were down there to buy drugs.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Where was this?
Vegas.
Las
tunnels.
Vegas.
Oh, the tunnels.
The tunnels.
Yeah,
yeah.
that video was awesome.
Slow down,
That's great.
Francis.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, damn. Sheesh.
Good God.
No, you guys said, hey, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
And I said to myself, here we go.
Hell yeah.
I'm streaming with Rudy tonight, and I'm going to keep the party going until then, and then going to continue it a little more.
Oh, I
Let's
love
play
that.
a drinking game.
All right, deal.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna send a video.
Okay.
Okay.
Play a game, a drinking game.
I'm so out of the drinking game world.
Let's say a letter, and we have to name every country that begins with that letter.
That's fun.
Ooh, Kyle's gonna win.
Or we just
Kyle's
say a letter.
Well, no, it's whoever
say a letter,
loses.
and you have to. Let's just do the.
Let's do the celebrity one.
What's that one?
You have to say the last name, initial.
Yeah, I could do that.
You get.
I was thinking we say a letter and a topic, and you have to say it until you can't think of one. It's like in Kings.
Can you give me
Okay.
Categories. Yeah,
Categories
like
in
that. Yeah.
Kings. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Or like if it's all the same letter, I think that makes it a little bit tougher.
Oh, wait, I got an idea.
Yeah, Francis.
How about this?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the deal. The name of the game is Jury Duty. And let's say that I were the first judge or something. I get to present a quick case, and then you guys are potential jurors. And I say, is there any reason why any of you think you can't render an impartial verdict on this case? And each one of you has to present, let's say in a minute or less, your excuse for why you can't serve on that jury.
Got it.
Okay.
The best one gets to be the next judge and
Okay.
doesn't have to drink, and everyone else has to drink.
Sure.
All right.
Cool.
I like
Go.
it. Before that, good news and bad news. What would you guys like to hear first?
Bad.
Bad news. We got an email today of congratulating everybody who's been promoted.
And none of us.
Solely promoted.
Oh.
What? Good news?
Good news?
Yeah. We got an email today saying people that got promoted, and Garrett, who makes our thumbnails, promoted.
Hey.
Well
He's
deserved.
been making mine too. He's great.
Crushes, yeah.
I actually always love to see when he sends them. I'm like, ooh, what's
I'm always
this one?
curious
'Cause
what
he's
it
so
could
good
be.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best.
Awesome. Congrats,
I
Garrett.
work with him on the stool scenes ones. He's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Love that.
Congrats, Garrett.
Also,
Yes,
shout out to
very
Sully,
talented.
my guy.
Okay.
Chill.
Jury duty. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the case. Quick case for you. I'll just say that.
Before you start, I'm racist and sexist.
That's actually all you have to say.
No, you don't, because now I'm going to present a case that has nothing to do with either of those things, if I so choose.
Make it. It's not going to have race or sex in it.
Correct.
Okay.
It's gonna be about animals.
Okay. A raceless, genderless being.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, here's the case. A woman is driving home in Staten Island over the Staten Island Bridge one day, and a car behind her. It says on the it says on the bridge that you're not allowed to switch lanes on the bridge. I'm pretty sure, but in front of her is another car that she wants to go by, and so she decides to switch lanes to go past it. And in so doing, she enrages the driver of that car so much that that driver rams her, and she crashes into a big piece of cement in the bridge, and has a fracture of her like L5S1 lumbar vertebrae, which causes her like a little loss of mobility, but no paralysis or anything like that. And she sues she's suing those people for punitive damages. Is there any reason why any of you think you cannot render an impartial verdict on this case? The woman is old, by the way.
I fucked her in a ShopRite, actually.
Yeah, I fucked her right before you did, actually.
Yeah, after I fucked her for the 5th time.
No. It was the first time you fucked her. I remember it was like the 3rd or 4th time I fucked her, and then she went over to you. And you were like, damn, I can't believe I'm about to fuck her for the first time.
Oh, you thought that was the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, no wonder she has so much back pain.
I would love
Was that before or after I scissored her behind the
Ooh,
Kroger's?
well after.
Wow, who is this dumb slut?
No, I can't do it because I was the one that ran her off the road.
I would also very much. I've been trying to get jury duty my whole life, but the problem is that I'm blind. And
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
He was ready.
Oh, fuck, that was mine.
Every case revolves around vision, and also I have a relationship with this woman. We met and we were high school sweethearts.
I designed the bridge.
You're Verrazano?
Yep. And that's me. And I know too much about the bridge.
Yeah,
and
she knows too
how
much
it
about
affects
bridges.
people. Right. I'm too much.
Yeah.
Would that work? I don't think.
Civil engineer.
Civil engineer.
I suffer from serious road rage and ran someone off the road a year prior, and still don't believe I did anything wrong. I feel like you need to be able to express yourself while driving. So I don't think I'm the right guy for the job.
All right, I got to give it to him, to be honest with you. That was the most realistic, and I'm giving it to Donnie. I thought that was the most realistic and a genuine reason for why he would not be able to render an impartial verdict. I'll drink with you guys. Let's say half a high noon. Something actually punitive.
Can I share one story about jury duty in real life?
Please. I've never gotten it.
Never
even gotten a summons.
I had just gotten back from China. I was called in for jury duty in Massachusetts, and I didn't want to have to be sitting in a court for a week when I was only home for a month. So I was like, I have to get out of this. And the guy, it was actually a car accident. Some guy was suing his friend because he hurt his neck in the accident. And the dude had a really shitty haircut and a Chinese neck tattoo. And I just had to, the lawyers asked, are any of you guys biased? And I raised my hand. They called me up, and I had to talk to both the lawyers and be like, I've just, I know a lot of people with neck tattoos, and, they've always been very bad people. And they both gave me a horrible look. They're like, really? You're going to judge someone just off of that? And I was like, I'm sorry, man. That's just how I feel.
Oh my God. And it worked.
It worked.
And it worked. Yeah. I felt kind of bad about it, but
That's real. Like that's.
I got out.
I would too.
Yeah, especially it was like a white dude with a Chinese neck tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, most of those guys aren't great.
I didn't get picked, but I had to go through the process. It took like a week in the Bronx when I had my old job that I didn't love. And you only had to go there for like a couple hours a day, and your lunch break was like 2 hours long. So I'd go to like a really good deli. I'd go for nice walks near the
Like
stadium.
your employer can't do anything
No.
about it, right?
Yeah, no, it's great.
I don't think this game is as good as I thought. It feels like playing the real life version is more fun just talking about it.
Yeah.
I felt like I put up too much structure there and tried to make something. I really tried to force something to happen.
I like
I can see it. I liked it.
Well, I thought we needed a little bit of a boost because
Yeah.
we're starting to lull. It
I
wasn't
know.
going that well.
I have
I
something
came in
to
kicking
say.
my legs, just a little energy.
I have something to say. It's not my business to share.
Okay.
Yeah? I was walking past front desk, and I was talking to Ebony, and I just brought up how I asked how our kids were doing. She's like, good. My oldest goes to high school next year. I said, wow, like, is she like you? And she said, I hope not. Should I say this?
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she likes the OnlyFans
that's
shout
fine.
out. She's
Ebony got kicked out of 7 high schools,
Oh.
Yeah.
oh shit.
all for
That's
fighting.
insane.
That's nuts.
That's
A lot.
Yes, that's a lot. You were only in high school for 4 years.
It's almost 2
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
yeah. She went to the.
I'll say
whole
that's who you want at
conference.
your front desk.
Yeah.
No.
That's who you want.
That's
I mean, she got kicked out of 7, so she went to 8.
yes.
Or she just
Yeah.
did she not? Did she stop after that?
Do we get her?
I don't want to. It seems really sensitive.
Did any of you guys get in fist fights?
No.
In high school?
Just in general,
Mm,
in life.
Yeah, I've been in a few.
Really?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Certainly
Were
wasn't
these
something
were
you
these in
said.
high school or were these in college?
Just because someone misused a comma?
One was in, well, I think 2 were in college, and then 1 was after college.
Somebody talk shit on the elements of style.
Yeah.
1 was, my lifetime record is 1-1-1.
That's good.
Okay.
So it was the
Yeah.
tie, they pulled you away.
The tie, we just didn't really, nobody connected, nobody
Fizzled out.
hurt each other. There was no clear winner.
Now, what was
So when Matt Damon put that phone number against the window and said, how about them apples?
Yeah. Yeah.
We never fought.
What?
No, what were your fights?
Yeah.
Well, the really the most the worst one was the one I lost. I think I've told this story on Matt and Shane's podcast a few times or elsewhere. I don't know. I've told it on that, but I got beat up in Portland, Maine by a lobsterman.
oh shit.
On
Late-
the,
late
Salty
at night.
dudes.
on a boat. On
Salty
a,
dudes.
No, it
a
was
boat.
at a pizza place, just outside of a pizza place after the bars
What
closed.
sparked it? Just drunk at the end of the night.
He had punched a guy that I was sitting with, but who wasn't really a close friend. I was with some friends. We were in a pizza place after the bars closed.
Yeah.
Everyone was really drunk. And
What was your physical fitness at the time?
Right.
I was in sophomore in college, and we were
In
heading
pretty
into
good
the
shape,
season.
yeah.
I was in really good shape, but I'd never been in a fight before, so
So you lost your first fight.
Especially with a lobster.
yeah, I
With a
got
lobsterman.
really
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
so you
Lobster
defend.
strength.
Why
Beat
did
the
the guy
shit out of me.
punch the guy you were with?
Because the guy came into the pizza place with his girlfriend and another girl, and those girls were fighting. They were really mad at each other, almost like they were almost in a physical fight. And then one of the guys that I was sitting with, who were not my friends but were guys that I knew, and I just dipped over to their table to say hi to them, but my real friends were in another booth. One of the guys that I was sitting with said something like, "Keep your dogs on a leash," about the girls. And then the guy came over and was like, "That's my girlfriend. What did you say?" And he was like fucked up and eating pizza, and he was like, I don't know. He said some other shit, and then the big guy punched. He was sitting in a booth with a slice of pizza in his hands, and the big guy just punched him in the nose instantly. It happened so fast, and his nose exploded.
Yeah.
All over the pizza.
Yeah.
Which was a full pie.
Full pie.
And all of a sudden, I remember looking at him, and he was cupping blood that was pooling into his hands. And then all the guys that were part of his friends and me got swept up to be mad at that guy. And they were kind of pushing and being like, "What the fuck? Why'd you do that?" And then his 2 buddies came and joined. And then the guy who owned the pizza place or somebody pulled the fire alarm, which sent everyone outside. And then I was the first person from the group outside. And because I'd been sitting with them, the guy who had thrown that first punch was already waiting. And he saw me come out and he squared up. And then there was nowhere for me to go.
Yeah.
I couldn't be like, I'm not really that close with these guys. I don't really care that you did that.
Yeah, you couldn't explain the whole
He just,
situation.
all of a sudden, I was in a fight. And
How long did it last?
Dude, honestly, I mean, he knocked me to the ground. I don't know exactly how. And then he got on my back and he was standing over me, like straddling me. And then he grabbed my coat and was swinging, like holding my face for himself to just. I was on my hands and knees.
Oof.
He broke my orbital bone.
Oh my God,
I
Francis.
had hairline fractures in my gums.
Holy
And then
shit.
this tooth got knocked out. My nose was broken. And I
Did you
had
go to the hospital immediately after this?
We were pretty drunk, and so his friends and the guys that I was sitting with got together. They all fought each other. I just got beat up, and finally he like got off of me and sort of helped me up. And at that point, nobody really was mad anymore. Maybe the guys I was with were, but his friends got in a cab and fled because he'd thrown the first punch and the fire alarm was still going off.
Yeah.
And then our group, they got in a cab and took Peter, was his name, with the broken nose to the hospital. But then my actual friends who were still inside had come out and sort of seen a little of this unfold and were probably like, why the fuck is Fran in this? Because they didn't know the other guys.
Yeah.
And they took me back to our buddy Hillman's place where we were spending the night. And we were all so fucked up. I just didn't feel much and was like, wow, that was crazy. And there's a lot of adrenaline. And then we went to bed. And then the worst part was that because I slept with all this blood in my mouth, swallowed all the blood.
Wrote up the next.
Do you guys know that? Yeah. Do you know that your
yeah.
body doesn't let you swallow blood?
Yep.
I did not know that.
It alerts you that it makes you sick to the taste of blood as a warning sign that you have internal bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
You can't digest your own blood. And it's your body's own natural way of being like, hey, something inside you is bleeding. You need to fucking sort this out. And so the next morning I woke up at like 6 a.m. and all of a sudden, obviously, hungover and not drunk anymore. And I was in so much pain, rushed to the toilet, threw up. So I realized my tooth was gone. And then I went home and it was Christmas Eve. And then I had to go get emergency dental surgery.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
'Cause
God.
the dentist wasn't open on Christmas Eve.
Whoa.
So did you get?
Man.
Was it like shameful? Like were you guys
It
standing?
was really bad.
Did you guys start standing up and you're squared up like boxers, and he knocked you to the ground?
He had his hands up when I walked out of the thing, and he probably thought I was going to attack him because he had punched the first guy who he thought was my friend because I was sitting with him.
So what about the fight you've won?
The fight I won happened in Boston outside of a nightclub called Splash, and it's not a gay club.
No, yeah. You saying that makes me.
Yeah.
It's secured. It's not gay.
That didn't cross my mind at all.
And we were there.
Splash. It's a nightclub. Definitely not gay.
We used to go there on Wednesdays, and I think it was like mostly a BU nightclub or bar. And one night we went, and a friend of mine had dated a girl who went to BU, and she was there. They'd broken up, and now she was hanging out with all these I think they were Moroccan kids.
Moroccans are always the first to swoop in.
BU had a lot of very wealthy Persian and Arab kids.
Okay.
And they were always going to the nightclubs and buying bottle service and stuff in Boston, which it's not really a scene, but you can still feel rich.
Yeah.
And he went over to talk to his ex. One of them stood up on a table and poured an entire drink on his head.
Ooh.
And that sort of set things off in there. And then we went outside, like our whole group and their whole group, and it was snowing, and everyone was like slipping around, and they kept punching. I was sober, and they were punching people and fighting and bullshit, and they would like kind of run away and then scurry back and punch someone else. And then someone in our group who I wasn't really that close with, but who
Always is.
who didn't like me, once he saw that they had left, he sort of turned his anger against me and started getting really, really mad. And
That's who you fought?
yeah, he was like in my face and started bringing up all these things that have been problems for us over the years, and just calling me names, and I kept kind of pushing
Moroccan
away.
misdirect. I thought.
I know. No, this
that really got me good.
Yeah.
And then I had enough, and I pushed him away from me, and he thought that was like the start of the fight. So then he came after me, and then I took him as he was running at me. I took him and I slammed his head off of a car fender.
Cool.
I separated.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Separated his ear from his head, like he split his ear up to here.
Did you ever speak after that?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was not good for a long time.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Because I grabbed him and then took him down and smashed his head on the fender of a car.
Damn, dude. I did not expect this level of violence.
I used to be. I mean,
He's a
stupid.
lacrosse player. He's
No,
a
I was
public
just
guy.
an idiot, and I used to think too that like fighting, you could fight someone and nothing would happen. It would be like in the movies.
Yeah, that's not the case.
That you'd kind of just like scrap, and Green Street Hooligans, you just like shake it off, have a black eye, laugh it off, have a beer.
There's
go
something
home.
romantic about it, but
Yeah, I thought it was also like a really manly thing.
not.
And then yeah, and then man.
Speaking of, by Rough and Rowdy tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a great segue to that.
IRNR.com.
Yep.
Drill fights.
True.
Yeah.
One of the Ables went after Tank.
Oh, I didn't see that, but I heard.
Yeah,
An
because
Abel brother went after.
he called him unable.
Oh,
That's a bar.
Frank.
That's a bar.
Damn.
I guess bars for days.
That's a bar.
Got Irish Dave Portnoy.
There's no way that's
tonight.
the first time they've ever heard that, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Had to have heard that before.
The Abel brothers, they always have their trouble in the ring here. They fight real fighters, and usually they end up unable.
Frank, I'm 2-1, buddy. You need to learn some fucking math and put some respect on my name.
Where did he jump in from?
hold on.
Knocked the hat
I'll
off?
tell you what, he just lost some fans.
Hey, where did he jump in from?
Yeah, he came out of.
Is that his real voice?
Yeah.
What kind of accent?
Oh man,
That's his angry voice.
Yeah, he came in like a Batman villain.
Fucking math and put some respect on my name.
What kind of accent is that?
it's well, he's Pittsburgh. It's just comically Pittsburgh.
God.
A little weird, yeah.
Oh my God.
Comically Pittsburgh.
Their podcast is insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
unlistenably insane.
I heard about their podcast. I've seen the titles alone, and
Yeah.
that's good enough.
I've listened to a couple.
They get political.
After every
Yeah.
time there is a event where people, there's like a mass agreement to post things online, I check and see if the Abel brothers have a podcast. They always do.
But sometimes they'll just do like a filler, like Star Wars recap.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
episode.
They'll do like the Palestine-Israel conflict, and then just right between, it's just like, was the Dark Knight as good as we thought?
But what's the biblical thing, Cain and Abel? So
Yeah.
Abel is the good son, and Cain is the bad son.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the third son.
And
My brother's keeper.
does one of them kill the other?
Cain
Yeah.
kills Abel, then Cain is
That was the first murder.
cursed to walk the earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
A fight is actually why I started wearing the shades, sort of.
Yeah, black.
I kept wearing them when I was like, I should probably hide my identity if I have to go back to America and find like a real job. And then they just dig up all these vids from China. But in the first few vids, I was wearing one because a Chinese dude punched me directly in the eye, and my entire eye was just full of blood. It was just bright red, and I was teaching kindergarten at the time. So like,
yeah, you gotta.
I just showed up wearing shades to teach little kids, and they were like, "Are you gonna take them off?" And I was like, "I don't think you want me taking them off," and showed them the eye, and they were like, "Yeah, definitely keep those on."
Yeah.
Damn. So when he punched you, did you fight back or did you just?
I tried to, but he had backup.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you're a foreigner, don't get in a fight in China because you're not going to win.
Yeah, I've never had any desire to street fight in my life. Never.
Kyle, do wrestling matches ever like escalate and get out of hand and somebody starts swinging, or like no? that
Parents
doesn't
have
really-
to.
It's like
The parents.
surprisingly so rarely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of it. I've seen like headbutts and stuff.
Yeah, maybe like headbutts, but like an actual
Nobody just
fist fight,
literally
it doesn't
starts
really happen.
swinging,
People are
yeah.
too tired from the match.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Hockey-
also I think that if there's like a sport that has like violence sort of in its DNA, that sort of diffuses it. It's almost like the places
Yeah.
that have no violence sort
Yeah.
of cultivate the most in a weird way.
What a burger.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, like-
there's the best fight video of all time at a Whataburger.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Find this.
Hockey parents seem to get in a lot of fights, though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I
Hockey
see a
parents-
headline a couple years, and it's like some hockey dad beats the shit out of
hockey
a dude.
parents are a wild bunch. Like,
It will be at like a pee-wee hockey game too.
oh yeah,
They'll
no,
just
it's fucking
beat the
nuts.
shit out of one of the other
I had
parents.
a funny one time we were playing a tournament. We were on a travel trip. We went and played in Broxton.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, it's
Brockton,
in
Mass.
Yeah, Broxton,
Yeah.
Mass.
Oh, really?
And that was like, that's like
It's rough.
it's rough. Yeah. So
Sully's from Brockton. That's where he's born.
Oh shit.
And then he made his way to Bourne.
Yeah, so we were playing this really rough team, and then it got pretty hot, and then one of our coaches started like screaming at one of their fans in the stands, and then like hurled an insult at him. He's like, "Oh, eat another fucking meatball," and then it got like really hot, and then my
Wow.
cousin, who's from Swampscott actually, was at the game watching me, and as we were leaving the rink, one of the kids who played with his dad is a cop, and he always like how like off-duty cops are. They're kind of always like ready for something.
Yeah.
And so we were coming off, and they were kind of worried that like one of those parents was like legit gonna like swing on an 11-year-old, and so he was like standing right by where we were coming off, and my cousin was like coming to say hi to me, and my buddy's dad, who was a cop, thought that he was like going to attack like these children hockey players, and took them and like choked him out against the glass. And I was like, "That's Dowie. That's my cousin Dowie." He goes by Dowie.
Cousin Dowie?
Yeah. I went to his wedding. His wedding was in Salem, Mass, in December.
Dowie.
Yeah, Dowie.
That's
His name's
classic
Alexander,
Dowie.
but my other cousin couldn't say Alexander, so they call him Alexander Dowie. So he goes by Dowie.
Oh. I just thought he was
Is he overweight?
fat, yeah.
Oh, wildly athletic dude.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, wildly athletic. His Dave's mom taught him at Newton.
Wow.
Oh.
At Swampscott.
At Swampscott, excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah.
The, have you guys ever been mugged or
No.
or pickpocketed?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
I had
Just
my
got
college house
pickpocketed.
broken into.
Just got picked
What, here?
No, like a few weeks ago or a month ago when I was in the Dominican Republic with Dave.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was just like in the chaos of the game. But I'm actually so happy I got pickpocketed and didn't get like mugged at knife point or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, being mugged, I don't know how. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah, like I've
how
never
you-
had a gun pointed at me like that.
Oh,
that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
If
Or-
that
or
ever
even a knife.
happened to me, I would move back to West Virginia.
I don't know if that's.
Yeah, I mean,
the gun to yeah. No.
New York City, there's a lot of people when you tell them you live in New York, they're like, "Oh, is that safe? Like, how do you handle that?" And it's like, not a person in this room has been mugged in New York or even.
It's you have the
pickpocketed.
luxury of always being around 100
Other people, yeah.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a misnomer for sure.
Yeah, except when you're taking the subway home at 4 a.m. from hooking up with a chick up at Columbia.
You're tight.
Oh,
What? That wasn't
Colombian
me.
poon?
That's
Oh.
not me.
You're going up to for Columbia?
Once upon a time,
Columbia.
someone did that I know,
Not me.
and said that the girl drank wine at instead of water at bedtime. That was the reason, and that didn't go any farther.
Yeah, but if you're taking the subway super late at night, it's typically not smart.
I don't think I do it after 10.
Yeah.
4 a.m. subway's weird, man.
I've never done it.
It's half drunk people sleeping, and then half day laborers
Oh,
going
yeah.
to like
Nuts.
far reaches or coming home
Yeah.
or whatever. Got people like working, starting at work.
Like people in scrubs and people, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
Yeah. No. There's a certain point where you just don't do it because it's just like, it's
eerie.
It's very eerie.
It's eerie.
I've had a back in my younger days when I lived here before, falling asleep on the subway drunk at like 3 a.m, waking up and being like, where the fuck?
Waking up in Coney Island.
Yep, having to run off the train to vomit on the platform. Done that.
Oh, I had it.
Trooper.
I had it
You've
all
lived
the
a
time.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a real shit bag.
I wish I could say
Ugh.
I don't know what that's like, but yeah.
Yeah.
TJ, are we allowed to show the shirt mock-ups that we have?
If you want to, yeah.
We have some new. This is for the viewer.
There's a whole thing just spilling, just so you know. Not that it matters.
That's all good. We have some yak shirts that we're going to try to get some prototypes of. This is a prototype. Look at this.
Woo.
One for everybody.
I want that of me
Oh.
selfishly. Che.
Fire.
And I was trying to think whose would sell the least.
Oh, is it going to be like a
I
contest?
think we're going to try to do some sort of contest. I feel like on top of me having like the least amount of followers on the panel, my shirt also just says, "Of course I come fast."
Yeah, Nick, I thought yours, Sas's, and Zaz were my favorite. I mean, they're
Roan,
all
I like
really
the
good.
gun.
Yeah.
Roan's is tough. Zaz
Zaz is so good.
so good.
So good.
And then
TJ's good
icy.
too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think
Who made these?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would say
Matt
that
Smith.
Sass's probably has the worst design.
Oh, I don't know. The sunflowers?
I thought those
Like
were
it's
fireworks.
Tyler the Creator tee.
Why do they have the sunflowers? Is that like a SAS thing?
No idea. I think it's just
I like it though.
The sunflowers are cooler. I thought they were fireworks.
yeah, no, sunflowers.
okay.
And he's got the weed, the 2 middle fingers. It's a cooler one in my opinion. I'm going to go Zal 1, Sass 2, TJ 3. What's Kyle's background? Who's to say?
What's the longest yak ever?
When we were still on the Barstool main page, and we said we weren't going to end the yak until we hit 1 million subscribers on the main page.
Mm.
So it was like, TJ, how long was that? Was that 4 hours?
A little under, just under 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's light work, dude.
You got to 1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, we pushed the last 2,000 and change.
Wow.
I watched that live in Italy.
Yeah.
That's when I used to watch the Yak live because it would come on at 7 p.m.
That's
which was-
convenient.
Yeah, very
It's
convenient.
nice, yeah.
But
What is the
That was a
best
fun one.
block of programming? Is it
7 and 9.
7 p.m. prime time?
But the
They
problem is the
say-
competition.
Exactly. We're a good lunchtime show. You eat your lunch at work.
What's
on
the
the
one that Drew Carey hosts? That used to be
Price is
during the day.
Right.
The Price is Right. They said that's been #1 in its time slot for the last like 50 years
Oh shit.
because there's so little competition
Yeah.
and it's like anybody who works from home stays at home. It's like there's the go-to show that everybody watches.
I might do a live show at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's also wild though how a lot of people have jobs where they can be listening or watching something almost the whole day. Like I think a good majority of the population like might be at work for a full 8 hours, but are actually only doing work
Oh yeah.
for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
2 of those.
But yeah, and you can also completely do work while consuming some sort of media.
I think it
Sure.
really depends on what work you're doing though.
Yeah, maybe not like flying an airplane.
Oh, definitely flying an airplane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, flying an airplane.
Francis, what time did Barstool Breakfast start?
7 a.m.
Oh,
Ooh.
And you did
Yeah.
that for
I did that for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. The first year we did it, Monday through Friday, I didn't miss a show.
wow.
Live, Monday through Friday for an entire year. I didn't miss a show.
And they still have
So you
the-
got up every day at what? 6?
Like 5:30.
Yeah.
It sucked. It was really brutal.
That's tough.
the Gentleman's Fridays got
You guys were
wild. I
hammered.
know
Yeah.
You weren't
you
here.
you were not a fan of that at first.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't
Yeah.
like because your whole day is fucked after that.
Cheers to that, brother.
Drinking wine and eating prosciutto and parmesan at 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
yeah, that'll slow you down.
Just like, what do you do after that?
It's heartburn.
Yeah.
Just fart.
As someone who doesn't stay out late now, I like these Fridays
I do
because they
too.
kind of like a soft on ramp onto the Friday
I'm a,
evening.
I'm
Oh,
a,
that's the
I'm a
best.
during the
Oh.
day Saturday sleep by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think
It's great.
if you're gonna drink, I would much prefer to do it during the day.
Oh yeah.
More fun.
Yeah,
Dude,
and-
we moved out of that place, but remember those parties we used to have? You guys both came to a few
was
at
awesome.
on our deck.
Yeah.
Those were so fun and calm.
They
I
were
like
calm.
that it was a safe place.
It was safe. It was a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Took care of us.
And then those nights would become, people would leave, but whoever was left, we'd often turn it into a game night.
That was
It's fun.
nice.
Did you guys ever play Catan?
No, we always had too many people for that.
It's a tough one for a big group.
Yeah.
I have one for you though that we're gonna really enjoy.
All right, let's get it going.
Yep.
Bro.
Okay.
Can I tell you guys a quick story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I did yesterday? Actually, yeah.
No, I don't.
I went to a wine auction.
Oh, I've heard those existed, but I've never.
For what? Like
seen one
super
in the
crazy
flesh.
wines? Like what?
So, yeah, I mean, they have insane wines.
Yeah.
But I have a very good friend whose family has a vineyard in Napa, and he's in the wine world. He's a salesperson for his family's vineyard. So he goes to all kinds of distributors, but also restaurants, and tries to get their wine in there.
Okay.
So he knows wine really well, and I love hanging out with him and having him sort of teach me a little bit about wine. And he told me that there was an auction happening at this restaurant yesterday, and he was like, "You should come." And you pay $125, and you get a full meal.
Oh, hell
and then it's like, and they are pouring wines for you, but that it's also a really small group of people who are really in the know about wine, I guess. And they all know each other because they're always going to these events, and it's buyers for like really high-end restaurants, but also people buying on behalf of collectors who have private cellars and things like that.
Yeah.
And the cool part is that everybody brings 1 or 2 bottles of like flex wine that they're trying to flex with.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then they go around and they pour everybody who's there a little bit.
Yeah.
What do they carry it in?
When does the auction happen?
The auction's happening the whole time.
Okay.
So this one had 2 people in the front who would take, if you held up your paddle, they would take your bid and input it. But there were 2 TV screens with the auctioneer saying this next lot is 6 bottles of 1983 whatever, and who do I see X, and then if someone in New York would do it, but you were also bidding against people in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
So they had
This
an
is like
auction
the
room in
human
Dubai.
auction in Taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was really cool. And there was a guy there, a very eclectic group of people. There was a guy there who's a podcast host of a podcast called Wine and Hip Hop that everybody knew, and he was like wearing his own merch and was super cool. And then there was a guy who's like everyone knows is like a total auction shark, and they all have their laptops open. I mean, they're there for it's work.
Yeah.
But the meal was insane, and the wines that people are pouring for you, like they get it, once people realize that the last one has sort of been drunk down, someone else stands up and it's their turn, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, what does this person have?"
How many people are there?
18.
Wow.
16. I mean, it's not a
Tight.
ton.
Yeah, it's tight.
So and the thing that was challenging was even finding out where this was. Because they don't want people just coming in and taking advantage of it. They want you to be there if you're really going to like buy wines.
Yeah.
Did you partake in any bidding?
I bid.
Yeah.
But I didn't win, which
Okay.
I had like a limit.
That's the best case scenario.
And I got outbid by Dubai.
Yeah.
What
I'm
was-
not going to fuck with these guys.
What was the typical range of the price of these?
It's all over the map. I mean, they had some lots that were, 1 bottle of just a Californian red wine or something that might have been like $500-$600, which is a lot. But then you could also find there were a case of 12, 1921 French red wine that was 75,000, went for like 88 or something.
My stance on wine is like after $100 a bottle, I'm not really tasting the difference. Like you can tell the difference between like a $15 and a $75 bottle of wine, but like after 100, I don't know.
Yeah, but this is
I
the
can't
thing.
tell.
Like these people a lot of them aren't even either drinking it or aware of themselves. It's about knowing what's on the this. Oh, you have that.
Okay.
Because wine
Pokemon
collectors,
cards.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Exactly.
they know what's what. They know what's prestigious, and it's a flex.
It's just the object of it. It's
owning
rarity,
something
the rarity and the prestige.
owning something that people covet.
Right, exactly.
I did this blog about when the Patriots won the Super Bowl, Gronk was on the bus chugging this bottle of wine, and it kind of went viral. So I did a blog about, I like zoomed in on the label, what was the bottle of wine and the whole history or whatever. And the winery saw it, and it was like turns out it was like a $500 bottle of wine. It was like really expensive. And so they sent me one here to the office. And I had it sitting on my desk. And I was like, when am I finally going to drink this? And so one day I just sat at my desk and I cracked that sucker open. I had like a shitty cup and it was a delight. It was great. But in hindsight, I'm like, you really should have saved that for like a special occasion.
So you poured like a $500 bottle of wine into a plastic cup.
Yeah. And I just
That's a good
crushed it.
hack, though. Blog about
Great.
the things that you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? What vineyard?
I'll have to look up
That's why
I'll have
Tommy
to look it
Smokes
up
does
again.
the smoke show.
But
Yeah.
super nice.
I sent out like a tweet being like, I love hot pepper jelly. And then the company just sent me 6 bottles of hot pepper jelly.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Is it a red?
Yes, it was.
Dude, I love Brandon's wife.
I mean, like, yeah, it has to be. She's kind of already owned by someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wonton, how's your wedding planning going?
It's going, man. August 12th.
Nice.
Outside of Dublin.
Wow.
Very cool.
Destination.
Which I actually saw. We're doing the Barstool bracket buffsters, or what's it called?
Oh, yeah, the bracket busters.
Buskers.
No. I think it was a typo in the header.
Oh.
No. I think it's called
Not public
buskers.
yet.
Oh, it's not public.
Oh, not public yet, so never mind.
Okay, but
we do it every year, so.
Yeah.
I feel like I can talk about it because we're gonna announce it like pretty soon. But one of the prizes like involves. All right, I'll stop. But yeah. So
Right.
I'm planning that.
Why
It's a lot.
Dublin? Why Dublin? Or where were you?
So my fiance's mom's side of the family is all from Ireland.
Okay.
Her mom was born and raised there. She still has a lot of family there, and used to spend the summers there a lot growing up. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she really wanted to have it there. And
You gonna wear a Celtics jersey to try to fit in?
no, I'm thinking some sort of like emerald green suit. I'm actually
Cool.
around like 4:30. I'm going to look for suits.
Oh.
How did your wedding planning go? I've heard like some couples say they almost get divorced trying to plan the wedding.
I mean, I just took a very passive role, and therefore there was not much acrimony.
Okay, nice.
I never needed any kind of creative power or anything over it. I was just like I would have been willing to, do a just friends and just family.
Yeah.
10 people get together and have a big dinner. So with her wanting more than that, I was like, all right, well, do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, trying to be as passive as possible. Not trying to be a groomzilla.
My buddy was a groomzilla.
Oh shit.
My boy Josh. I saw him have a meltdown because the venue for the reception had rectangle tables. He was like, "That's for a fucking steak fry." Josh. Yeah. Former Marine.
Hey, that checks
And
out.
groomzilla.
Anger problem.
What was his preferable
All right.
shape? Circle?
Round. Yeah.
I'd prefer oval.
Oh yeah, that's classy.
That's class, dude.
Do you know the adjectival form of oval?
What?
Ovary?
Ovular?
Ovular?
Not ovular. 'Cause
Ovule?
ovular describes eggs.
Oh.
You know it, but you don't connect the two words.
It's
You're close.
Ovary.
Apoplectical.
You're thinking elliptical.
Yes.
That's not a bad
That's what I was
guess.
thinking
Elliptical, I think, does what would theoretically work, but oblong is
Yeah, we do own it.
the way to describe a shape that is an oval.
It's a good word. I love that word, oblong. That's a nice word.
Yeah.
Those fit together. Those letters are nice.
Francis, what do you have planned for the New York office?
Oh, golly. Can I just say how fundamentally sad it makes me to know that you guys are all leaving?
Yeah, I think it is gonna be kind of sad.
No, none of
A
you
lot
are
of people-
sad at all. None of you are sad. You guys have a new beginning, a new city, a new world, a new opportunity, cheaper rent, better life, fresh start.
You can go, right?
Bigger office space. I can't. I think we have too much life here, unfortunately. My wife and
I mean, it's definitely going to open up a lot of opportunities here. But like the one thing, some people are concerned it's going to turn into a competition between the New York office and the Chicago office.
I think a friendly competition might be fun.
From the outside,
Yeah,
I
if
think
it's
there will
like-
always be a comparison, but I don't think
If we were to come together once or twice a year and do some kind of like field games thing, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But if it were, which office is generating more views? Well, I can't think we would hold a candle to you guys.
I don't know about that.
Fun.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't know about
not
that.
to be we can't compete with Big Cat. Big Cat's just, he's just the whole company.
Do you think you guys will have the leeway to hire some new people to fill some
I
desks?
suspect we will, yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. But I hope it works. It's hard. It's hard to know who will gel. Just because somebody's good at stand-up comedy or is, done well on some podcasts here, does that mean they're gonna understand the ethos? Are they gonna have the work ethic?
Is it a crapshoot of who works here, like who excels? Is there a formula?
Yeah, I think there's things you could. Well, I mean, think of how many times it hasn't worked.
Well, a lot of times
Not
when we
easy.
hire like
There's not a lot of
big-name
former
celeb or
employees.
something.
Usually, people here are here forever.
Yeah,
I
for the
think there are more former employees than you might actually come to mind. Just because they haven't been fired doesn't
you're
mean
right.
that they're not. Doesn't mean that they're still working here.
I don't think that there's a formula.
I don't think so either.
I think that everyone here has the capability to be huge. The riddle is figuring out how to make it whatever you have like play.
Yeah.
It's like taking something out of an environment that works and then putting it in a whole different environment. You have to like change its like DNA to make it work in like a different environment, which is the trick.
Wrong. Your first name just has to rhyme with something.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
That right, Wonton Don.
Yes.
Name is
I mean-
big, honestly.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of guidance when you first start working here.
It's overwhelming
So-
as fuck.
For me, it helped because I'd been like making content on my own for almost like 5 years, not getting paid for it. So once I got the job, it's like, oh, now I can focus like my full time on this and be paid for it. But there's a lot of people just, hired
Yeah, it is odd. You just
right out of college or
in.
have never like worked in the content game, and you kind of have to figure all that out yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can find something.
Yeah, my first month, I lost like 20 pounds. It's really overwhelming.
I'm
lucky I had Kyle though. I wouldn't have like talked.
Yeah.
Because nobody really. It's like a heads down kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I don't think like changing offices. It doesn't matter. It's all individualized.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got alopecia.
Yeah, my God.
Beard was revolting.
Alopecia Barbe.
Yeah, like Francis, I felt so bad when you got hired. I remember you were always a little paranoid. You're like, I'm gonna get fired. Like, oh shit, I'm worried I'm
That's
gonna get
right.
fired. And I was always like, dude, Francis, you're not gonna get fired. Like
Yeah,
what the
but-
hell? And like I kept on telling you that over the years, and then you eventually got fired.
Someone once told me though that the employee who fears that they're going to be fired is the one you want working for you.
Yeah, as
Someone
a
who-
boss, but as a person, like, that's no way to live a life.
No, I know, but as a boss, it's like, oh, that's the person that's going to continue to try to fight for their job and prove themselves, and someone who thinks like I'm set, I'm safe, I'm all good. They're not. That person doesn't have that. Fear is a great motivator.
It is.
Yeah, but like I worry about the fear part because if you operate with fear and try to be, I don't know how to be scared and funny.
Yeah.
That'd be the name of a solid show. Scared and funny.
That's just me.
Well, it's easy to frame, the motivation. You have to work.
Yes.
You have to put things out. You have to create. And so if you're more afraid of losing your job than you are of a negative reception to your work, then you're still going to make things.
True.
And I was always more afraid of.
I understand that. That's a more nuanced take on it. I think that like for me, because like lately people have been like, oh, you should just do full-time content. And like my opinion on it is that I actually kind of enjoy the dual role because it saves face for me, because then I can jump in and jump out, and then I can be like, well, if something doesn't land, then I can just be like, well, it's not my thing. Which is sort of a coward's way out, to be honest.
Oh.
Jeez.
Smart
Rudy.
plan.
Well, no, I mean, at some point you kind of, but like, you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I
Because,
see what you're
like,
saying.
It's not like your whole identity.
Yeah.
So like
Not
you
the other
can
thing.
then be like, oh well, I do multiple different things. It's a whole mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle and Nick, what are you guys gonna do? What's next?
What do you mean?
What do you guys got?
You gonna?
We got a documentary approved for the summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what the subject is?
Can't really.
But you guys are going to post and produce it?
Yeah, we're hoping it's going to be like over, like, I was hoping like an hour 10, hour 20.
Wow.
You know, I thought I was asking you a really
awesome.
dumb question, but that's a great answer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's exciting as heck.
Yeah.
KB kind of acted like you had just asked a really dumb question.
No, I was,
Then it seems.
I didn't know what you meant.
Okay.
I don't think I did either. I was just
Yeah.
sort of trying to do something.
No. We actually have a meeting here in 20.
Ah.
Wow.
And you guys are gonna start doing podcast episodes 3 times a week, I heard.
No, not
Right. Could never.
A lot of I think there's a lot of prep work that goes into the one a week.
Oh yeah.
More than people, not just going in there and shooting the shit like the Yak.
Yeah.
The Yak has the luxury of being like 6 people.
Right.
Daily
Yeah.
show, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we spin the wheel yet?
Oh fuck yeah! We gotta do that. I gotta
Doing a are we doing? Are we doing a marathon episode?
Yeah.
Why is it so long? Why'd you guys keep us so long?
I don't know.
Because no one has the
Big Cat's the only one that can end the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to wait.
I've actually never been in here when a wheel has been spun.
Really?
Really?
No.
Fuck yes.
All right.
Reset.
Then you have to spin one more time.
That's okay. I feel
It's
like
all right.
There it goes.
Oh yeah. Tonight, me and Nick, if you're tethered to your computer, me and Nick will be attempting to conquer the world. On
Risk?
Civilization.
Ooh, Civilization.
What
Oh,
time?
I used to have that game on my computer way
Fun
back
one.
in the day. I was obsessed with
It's
that
a
game.
fun one. Rudy's never played.
Byzantines are my favorite. Can you play as them in that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
like those
lot you can
guys.
play
I was
as.
watching a documentary about that last night about
Dude.
Constantinople.
I love the Byzantines. I've like very interesting time in history to look into. They were essentially the Roman Empire. Like that's what they
The shell of
they
it.
called themselves.
You're
No, but they actually
Nice.
that's what they called themselves. We only call them the Byzantines. They considered themselves the Roman Empire.
Right. Yeah. I'm watching the. Yeah. I started.
And they didn't cease to exist until like the 1400s, 1430s. So really the Roman Empire existed until the 1430s.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now. I'm watching about Mehmed's siege of Constantinople.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
First-
almost won.
First invention of the. Well, fuck, man.
Do you want to talk Byzantine history?
I gotta piss.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Happy
Yeah,
Friday,
we're gonna
everyone.
Thanks, guys. Did you do the
Thank
final
you.
ad read?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Happy 20th birthday to Logan Primo. And happy 3rd birthday to Luca. Have a good weekend.